exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MBA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
San Antonio Sports Center.
Discussions continue regarding the contract extension for Dak Prescott. He believes he has an obligation to other quarterbacks and his teammates to what kind of deal he does or does not accept. Team USA wins their group and are the top seed in the knockout round after a 104-84 win over Puerto Rico. I'm Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm AJ Hoffman, joined, as always, by the man himself, Mr. Rob Thompson.
Good morning, sir. Did you miss
what
me?
What it do, baby?
Over the last 24 some odd hours? Did you miss my presence?
No. It's enough.
You didn't miss. Did you wake up wondering where I was?
It's enough already. Enough of being around you. My goodness. Yeah. I needed, my wife would call it recharging my social battery.
Yeah.
I was around people way too much for the last week. And even amongst the people I was around, I'm like I'm the antisocial one. Like I spent a lot of time napping in my room, even when everybody else was downstairs watching TV. I'd be like, well, I'm going to go upstairs and nap some more. Even that.
Well, there wasn't a lot of room. So,
right. So what am I going to do? I'm going to sit on somebody's lap or I'm going to go upstairs and take a nap. So I was the least social of the people in our house, and it was still way too much socialization for me. It was too many people.
Let him. You were fine.
I was fine.
You didn't hide.
But yesterday I had to hide. I had to just say, you know what?
Dude, I was hoping for a day of Olympics on the couch.
And
letting all the, just
because you're the master of your domain, that's exactly what you did.
I am not the master of my domain. I am the servant in that song and equation.
And how'd that end up?
Chicken fences rebuilt. There was lawns mowed. There was pools cleaned. I am sore. I need another day.
It seems you're doing a bunch of jobs that would make sense for a person who didn't have a son living at his house.
Well, he played a role. There's no doubt.
But what kind of a role? Was it a strong role? Was it a supporting cast, or was he?
It was a supporting cast.
Yeah, is it like, hey, go grab me a beer? I need a hammer, and
oh yeah,
you got to put that boy to work.
He did. You're right. Probably a little bit more.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. Now, Mama might say he had a long week. My little Clay was out there hustling all week. He needs to relax.
What I hear, all he was doing is hitting on the interns.
That's right. Getting he's coming home with more than any of us. More better stories than any of us have. Certainly,
he did.
He actually may have done the most socializing of everybody out there.
Oh, we had a good week.
Yeah,
it was. people, I ran into my neighbor yesterday. He goes, I love y'all's coverage because I feel like I'm there, and I kind of live vicariously through them.
Do you say, okay, coverage. You want to really feel it? Wake up at 2:00 in the morning.
You want to really get down with the vibe.
You want to be in the club. Here's how you do it. But you don't sleep.
And when you look back on this, I hope what the camp felt like is not going to be a reflection on the season to come.
Oh boy. If it is, it's going to be interesting for sure. I said it like the second day we were out there, it felt like there was a cloud hanging over the camp. It is such a weird vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't say what it's like every year because I haven't been to Cowboys training camp since they did Cowboys training camp here in San Antonio.
But that was a circus.
But this did not feel like what I was expecting it to feel like. It did not feel like a celebration of Dallas Cowboysery. It almost felt like I don't know, like it felt like there was like a plan to get under your desk in case the Cold War broke out or something. It was just really, really tense and awkward a lot of the time.
It really felt that way. So we will see as they head toward their first preseason game how things shake out. A couple of injuries happen over the weekend. We're going to get into, I'm sure, but it's still a holding pattern. There's really no whole lot different from the last time we spoke or before we even arrived. No Dak contract, no CD, although one just really felt imminent. I by Wednesday, I was pretty sure with every passing minute and Jerry's absence that a contract was imminent, but nothing.
For CD.
Yeah. And because no contract was imminent from CD, Jerry just kind of dug a hole. He was there and he did his required stand-up stuff, but really was not the typical Jerry bouncing from interview to interview, doing the car wash and coming back for more guy. He was running.
Yeah. Jason and Joe, I know, planned on having him two different times.
And it wasn't just us that he stood up. It was everybody.
And it was like, it wasn't like they didn't see him either. He was like outside the tent and just didn't want to talk about it.
Anything. He didn't want to talk about CD, didn't want to talk about Dak. And if you're not going to talk about those two things, what the hell are you going to talk about?
Because Rob, what's the conversation right now that he can have that's fun for him?
I would say the best thing that's happened in camp is Brock Hoffman, which did land right here on our Sports Star on the Blitz. I think if there was one thing to highlight is they do seem to have found a center who is pretty damn good. But other than that, there's not a whole lot to hang your hat on. They're still learning on the defense. Dak's still making some mistakes. They're still minus the wide receiver, and it's evident. Zeke is certainly missing the burst that we were accustomed to even a year ago. Not a lot of hot Spoonmaker. Well, we'll talk about the injury.
Here's what I'm saying, though, is between Dak and CD and McCarthy and Zeke,
I didn't bring up
none of those, Brock Hoffman, cool story. Nobody's asking Jerry Jones about Brock Hoffman in an interview.
That's what I'm saying. The highlight of you is an undrafted free A that a year works his way into starting center because you lost your last one.
Right. So basically anything that anybody's going to want to talk to Jerry about is all crap that he just doesn't want to dwell on.
Which is that is so un-Jerry like. This is supposed to be his time of year because it's always his hope springs eternal, and there's not a lot of hope floating around right now.
It's just like I said, a weird vibe is the best way to put it.
Maybe that's a good thing, man. Maybe playing terrified is what this team needs. I don't know.
Well, they certainly are playing without a safety net, which is an interesting way to go about things.
Might be by design.
Another thing that sucks that we didn't talk about, Trey Lance. Trey Lance sucks.
That guy sucks.
He is not.
Expect nothing.
Trey Lance, if you think, we can let Dak walk away because Trey Lance will pick it up. Dude, I'm telling you now, go watch Trey Lance on a practice football field with professional football players, and one of these things is not like the other. That dude sucks.
His reps dropped during the week.
Yeah. He's and it's I feel bad for him kind of because he was never ready to go straight to the NFL. He just didn't have enough. He didn't have enough body of work, and just got kind of brought in with these expectations that he was never going to be able to meet. And honestly, the 49ers look like wizards for stealing a 4th-round pick from Dallas for him. Like, you talk about bad business decisions. That's one of the worst that the Cowboys have made, because I don't know what they would have done with that 4th-round pick, but lighting it on fire may have been more useful.
Well, not only do you not have it, you gave it to your arch enemy, and they gave you a bag of beans. Now, the sad thing is, as far as he's an athlete, you can see it. I mean, there you go, man. If we had 2 years and no pressure, and there was no time limit on you, there's potential. You can see it. He is, when he is moving, he's got a pretty accurate throw on the run. I'll give him that. But he has such poor decision-making skills and an awkward delivery where it older for a second. It's just too easily read. He's too quick to run. Just everything you think about with a young quarterback with great athleticism, but nothing really there in the arm.
It feels maybe like he's one of those kids who, if you're any kind of a quarterback prospect growing up, generally you're going to these quarterback camps.
Yeah.
And
he went to those.
I don't think he did any of that stuff. And it's like, dude, these dudes they're going to these from like age 10.
Mm-hmm.
And you pick up little things every time, and you take that back to your game. And it's hard to teach somebody everything all at once is what it boils down to. And it feels like Trey Lance got to the NFL and they said, man, this guy's a real athlete. We could turn him into something. And then they've spent a lot of time trying, and it's just not there. Right when we were on with the blitz, he makes a great throw down the sideline, but only after this was supposed to be 4th down, only after he has 2 pre-snap penalties that are on him, blatantly on him, that in a real game, it would have been like the OC would have just hung himself in the booth. They would have been like, that's it. I can't do this anymore. I mean, it's unfortunate, but that's the reality, is that guy can't play.
The only thing he does better than Cooper Rush is Here We Go.
Yeah,
that's it. Cooper's Here We Go is not nearly up to standard.
You know what?
He's really going to have to work on that.
If they ran a race, maybe.
Oh, no, in a race, no, that goes without saying. He'd win all 3. He's the fastest quarterback in camp. There's no question about
it. But
it
ain't going to do him any good, because he is not going to see the field.
No. And if he does, all hope is lost. Let me tell you,
is.
He's the human victory or loss cigar. When we see Trey Lance, all hope is lost.
You're going to see, if you see Trey Lance, the Cowboys are going to be 3-10.
Yeah, that's
the only way I can envision.
At that point, they are in fact aiming for a quarterback,
because he is not the answer, is the nicest way of putting it. We got a lot to discuss today. We'll hit more Cowboys stuff. We'll talk about Dak and what we think when we think it's going to be resolved, or if anything changed, because Rob and I said before camp, I think we're on the same page. We don't believe a Dak deal gets done. But of course, we were both on the same page that we thought a CeeDee Lamb deal would be done already, and it's not. So what do we know? Apparently is the name of the game. We'll also talk plenty of Team USA. USA.
Now, see, we've turned the page.
And
we're past that now. We're winning stuff.
We are, but we are still not in the gold medal lead.
What? I thought we got it last night. No, the stupid Chinese still had us.
They're up by 1.
Chinese.
But on the bright side, we have some sprinting going on.
Yeah.
And
we know where we're
the day
better.
we lose to China in a 100-meter race, I'll eat my hat. But plenty of that to discuss and more. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
San Antonio Sports Star.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed. Limited time. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Want to keep your gas-powered engines running like new? Stable's proprietary formulas are proven by third-party testing to outperform the competition in keeping fuel fresh, preventing corrosion, and cleaning the entire fuel system. With Stable, you can have confidence you are doing the right thing for your engine's long-term health. Just pour into your gas can or fuel tank, then top off with fresh fuel. At every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable. Available where fuel additives are sold.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagel for my friends at Stevens Roofing, your local roofer. You know, summer is here, and that means long, hot days for everyone and everything, including your roof. Our hot Texas sun pounding down can degrade and age your roof. So for residential or commercial service, you need a reliable roofer you can trust and afford. That's Stevens Roofing. Online at stevensroofing.net or call them at 210-785-0994. That's 210-785-0994 for Stevens Roofing.
I don't feel so good.
You do feel hot. Dayquil Kids will take care of that fever.
What about my cough?
Dayquil Kids has that covered.
Will it make my throat feel better?
Yes, that too.
But will it taste good?
Yep, Dayquil Kids comes in your favorite flavor.
Purple?
Well, yes, it's grape.
Try new Dayquil Kids Plus Fever, the daytime coughing, aching, sore throat fever just for kids medicine. Safe for kids 6+. Use as directed.
Now is the perfect time to start on your next success. When you apply to University of Maryland Global Campus by August 29th, you'll pay no application fee. An accredited state university, UMGC offers online and hybrid courses. Plus, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. Get your app fee waived through August 29th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Before you fire up that grill, make sure you get into Tri-County Meat Market. Hi, Jason Minix here. Tri-County Meat Market has everything you need. If you're thinking steaks, you want some chicken, some poppers, beef ribs, pork ribs, brisket, picanha, tri-tip. They've got it all at Tri-County Meat Market. Take advantage of their Pick 5 for $25, and Tri-County always offers a 10% discount for military and first responders. Tri-County Meat Market, 2 locations on Ralph Fair Road and on Heavener, or online at tricountymeat.com.
Attention Roadrunner fans, get ready for an electrifying season of UTSA football. Season tickets are on sale now, starting at just $90. That's right, for only $90 you can catch all the action, all the touchdowns, and all the excitement at the Alamo Dome. Bring your family, bring your friends, and join the fun as we cheer on our UTSA Roadrunners to victory. Don't miss out on the best deal in town. Get your season tickets today and be a part of the Roadrunner family. Visit GoUTSA.com to secure your seats now. UTSA football, it's more than a game, it's an experience. Go Runners!
We're here with Jose Rios, attorney at the Gomez Law Firm. If you are injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, Jose, what's the first thing our listeners should do?
The first thing they should do is pick up the phone, call the Gomez Law Firm, or Google joegomezlaw.com.
Gomez Law has been protecting the people of our community for almost 50 years. They're the leader in personal injury law.
We do ride-sharing cases, we do carbon monoxide cases, 18-wheeler cases. Obviously, we've done those for very many years. Work injuries.
But that's not all your firm does, Jose. Tell us a little more about other cases Gomez Law takes on and wins here in Texas.
Really anything that involves a personal injury and a third party that is responsible for causing that injury, we will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then you need to visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
We got some breaking news. Woo! Wiener down. The Oscar Mayer Wienermobile has had an accident. The Wienermobile has overturned, but seeing the Wienermobile on its side and all damaged is a horrific sight. You ever seen a Wienermobile in an accident before?
I've never seen a Wienermobile in an accident. They're always powering through. That's just a limp wiener.
It's not a good look.
No,
that's not a sign of the side of the Wienermobile that you want to see. Never seen the undercarriage of the Wienermobile before.
Nor did you want to.
Nor did I want to. But how do you overturn that thing? Looks like nice weather, not slick streets.
Well, sometimes, us guys, wieners, we go a little too fast.
Don't get to the destination.
Exactly.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Huddling up with AJ and Rob. That's what we suggest you do every morning right here on San Antonio Sports Star. It's good to be back in the saddle.
It's nice to be home. It always is. I look forward to training camp every year. I knew this year was going to be so different because you were going to be there, and obviously all the things that were going to be going on. And it was all of that. It was a whirlwind, but it seemed like we were there a long time.
Was it horrible having me there?
No, it's actually, it was, this was my 10th training camp.
Number 10.
And it can turn into, here we go. It's Monday. We do this. It's Tuesday. We do this. It's Thursday. We do this. And you just kind of get stuck in a groove. And with the arrival of new blood, especially one like you who has varied and interesting interests that wants to get, you shook the snow globe. You changed things. So no, it's a good thing. Good thing.
Yeah. I went along with a lot of stuff too. And I was like, I got to inject my flavor here.
Yeah. No,
so we went to a brewery.
Mm-hmm.
And
I would have never done that.
I don't know that anybody enjoyed it besides me, but it was.
I did.
Okay.
I'm what's the best way to put this? I'm learning that there's this beer syndicate through you. I'm like when you're Goodfellas and there's a friend of mine versus a friend of ours. And I'm not a friend of mine yet. When you introduced me, you're like, this is a friend of ours. Like a friend of mine I'm not in, and then a friend of ours I'm in. I'm not in yet, so I'm still a friend of mine. So I'm learning about this beer syndicate that you guys all know each other around the country. And you mentioned like, Bob Ogelsdorf over with he did that Brary one about 3 years ago. Oh yeah, Bob's doing pretty good. The way that you guys who just met knew so many different characters, and it wasn't like local dudes, it was around the country. I found fascinating.
That was fun. And I just like good beer. And it was nice to drink some. And then it was my suggestion that was originally frowned upon to do the Bob Dylan and Willie Nelson show. But then I think initially we were like, wow, this is going to be a lot of work. But I think everybody was pretty on board pretty fast. Everybody was except Reinagel.
Yeah, Reinagel.
It's an hour and a half.
And it was an evening. But hell, he got to sleep. I don't know what his problem was.
I don't know what his problem was either.
Sacrifice, but it was, when I look back on this year, this is what I'm going to remember.
Of course. And then, we did. I was able to talk. I was worried because you convinced me that all these kids eat like children. All these.
No, actually, they did a pretty good job. There wasn't a single time I felt like we didn't go someplace because they didn't want to eat it.
Yeah, and so we went to a sushi place. They all ate sushi, and
I even ate some sushi.
Yeah,
it was good. I'll tell you what.
None with avocado in it.
No.
I got to avoid that.
It was a fine evening. That's one of those things that might become a routine now. The sushi night.
We got to get a better sushi. Or we got to find that other sushi.
Yeah,
place.
we'll go.
I mean, the place we went was really good.
Mm-hmm. We just didn't plan ahead.
Yes. Yeah. And I've been told the other one is the best.
Well, this one was pretty damn good.
This was pretty damn good.
And the locale was cool. It was.
Although
it
didn't feel like it was going to be good when we walked in.
It was in an old Pizza Hut, I think.
I think it was a Pizza Hut.
It was an old Pizza Hut, but
and
it was pretty good.
was like, okay, this is. We'll see. But the food ended up being really good, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. All that matters at the end of the day for Team USA is winning golds, baby. And overall medal count, I think it's over, Johnny. We're up 20-something medals on the field. Like, nobody's catching us in overall medal count. But the Chinese are beating us in the gold medal category.
Because they're winning all those racket sports, those weird Asian games that we don't do.
We could do them, but we just don't. I actually think we won a gold medal. The USA won a gold medal in table tennis.
Did we really?
Yeah. And it was like USA breaks China's long streak of gold medals.
In your face.
It showed a picture of Team USA. I swear to God, every one of them was Chinese.
Well, of course.
But like they were Chinese Americans. So suck on that.
Own it.
That's right.
French are doing pretty well. 12.
When they say They're not sending their best. They are sending their best ping pong players.
We took them.
Ha!
Now, are they doing, like, I'm sure squash. I'm sure there's a squash.
I don't think squash is an Olympic sport.
What?
I don't think squash is an Olympic sport.
Well, if I was a squash player, I'd be upset.
I would be too.
I would be agitated at
I don't know that racquetball is even a sport.
What? I thought they were. Really?
I don't think so. Yeah. Now, I would think, are we good at badminton?
We better damn well be. There's enough of us practicing in our backyards. We might have produced a pro here and there.
I would think badminton would be good for Americans. I don't know anything about badminton, but I would.
Didn't you grow up playing it?
I mean, sure, as much as anyone, but it's not like I know. I'm saying I don't know anything about international badminton play. I don't know what makes a good or bad badminton
I felt like
player.
I was pretty good. I could have turned pro.
I think if you're tall, you would have an advantage in badminton.
I'm telling you,
much like volleyball.
Badminton is the easiest hard sport to play. What would separate you? That thing slows down. You don't have to be that fast.
Yeah, that's true. It's like pickleball.
I mean, how hard could it actually be? What's the separator?
Although I'm guessing if we watch these top guys play, we'd be like, oh my God.
I'm sure they've hit it pretty hard, but it's designed to slow down. That's the whole intent of a badminton shuttlecock, which is the best thing that you could have in a sport, other than if you were an Italian pole vaulter.
There's a French pole vaulter. And that guy, his shuttlecock
ruined everything.
My goodness.
But most shuttlecocks are designed to help. To aid in the winning of a gold, not to get in the way or to literally wrap over and pull it down with you like a elephant trunk.
Maybe my favorite thing from this weekend or this last week came when Joe Reinagle first saw that video of the pole vaulter. Joe is like, I want you to imagine, Joe is like Hank Hill level straight. He is the straightest straight man. Like, he makes straight guys feel gay. And Joe sees this video and he starts laughing.
If you don't know what we're talking about, because there might be a fair contingent that have not seen what we're talking about. There's a French pole vaulter who was not wearing a jock, who probably should have wrapped that snake up in a cage, because as he cleared a pole vault bar, the pole landed in between his twigs and berry, and his twig is a branch. And it pulled.
It's a trunk.
My gosh. It is so impressive.
I mean,
it held on to the bar and like wrapped around it like a snake and ripped it off with him. And he fell down and landed like, holy crap, did we just witness this?
I mean, it honestly looked like he was, there was some sort of like a child's arm inside his pants. It was absurd. Which, I mean, I get it. If I knew I was going to be on TV, maybe I'd chub up too.
I don't know how he ran down that run. I don't know how he got busy.
But he chubbed up way too much. He got way too fluffed. And then he couldn't do his event. It cost him. There's headlines that say Olympic dream shattered by his own penis.
And that's a true statement.
And you know what? By God, if you're going to lose in the Olympics, that's the way to do it.
Don't act like you're not impressed.
I'm telling you right now, nobody who saw that was like, that's a big deal. Like, that's a regular penis.
He got a standing O as he walked out.
That is not, they build them different in France.
But anyway, Joe
watches his video, and I swear on the spot, Joe turned gay. I mean, it was like, first of all, he watched it like 6 times in a row. He's laughing hysterically, and he's like, oh my, that's a hog. I mean, it was so, I mean, it was the joy in his face because he hadn't seen it yet. And we showed him this video, and he is just laughing. There's damn near tears coming out of his face. He wants to watch it again. Oh, I can't believe it. That was one of my favorite parts of the week, was Joe seeing the pole vault video for the first time. And Joe is Joe is when he's entertained, he is loudly entertained. One of the times I was upstairs trying to sleep, which was a good portion of this trip, Rob puts on 40-Year-Old Virgin. I think it was a rain delay in the Olympics or something, and Rob puts on the 40-Year-Old Virgin. And Joe is laughing so hysterically. I'm mind you, I'm upstairs. My room is the furthest room possible away from where they're watching TV. And this dude is just falling out laughing. I thought this must have been the first time he's seen the movie. I was like, you watched it for the first time? He's like, no, I've seen it this is about the third time I've seen it. I was like, dude, you're laughing like you've never seen this before.
That's a funny scene.
It is.
It's the
scene.
waxing scene.
Well, that was the loudest
really
scene. But he laughs at a lot of different scenes.
He's fun. There's some people you like to see scary movies with because they're
yes.
He's a guy you want. He's like your laugh track.
He's a laugh track.
Dude, so you have him sit by you. You laugh because he's laughing.
That's exactly right. So when he was looking at the pole vault video, I couldn't stop laughing because I loved his reaction to it. All right, let's hit a break. We got more Team USA talk. We've got more Cowboys talk. We've got some Spurs building talk. It looks like. We'll do all that and more. It's the Morning Huddle here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Every Monday, a lot of people face the jury after a weekend of sin and debauchery and eating whatever the heck they were supposed to or not supposed to eat on a cheat day. Monday, the day of reckoning. Don't live that kind of life. If you go to the Institute for Functional Health and meet Dr. Torres, it will not be about cheat days and things that you can get away with and then try to come back with and maybe an extra cleanse or an extra two hours on the elliptical this week. No. You need to lose weight in a way that you will not have to give up much and you don't worry about cheating because there's no cheating involved. It's a lifestyle change. And once you adopt that lifestyle, you begin to lose weight. That's why the Institute for Functional Health has been so successful. Well, people like me who don't need or want to have some kind of limiting process that makes me want to cheat. If I want to cheat, that means I'll stop the process. That's why success was imminent when I started this thing a long time ago. Nearly 300 pounds. I weighed in this week holding my suitcase. 236 is where I sit. Still, it's a process. If it's time for you to lose weight, I want you to call Dr. Torres. The number is 210-468-1891. It will change your life. 210-468-1891. He'll explain to you why he's been successful because he adopts the idea that not only is this a medical process, it's a psychological one as well. Not only do you have to adapt your life to a diet that doesn't include all that sinful kind of stuff, or at least not nearly as much. And psychologically, you got to get yourself to where you don't really want it. And once those two things meld together, that's when you've changed your life. Call him today. You'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see results fast. And before you know it, you're going to be looking and feeling the way that you haven't felt in, 15, 20 years. Call Dr. Torres today. Change your life. And when you do, I'm sure you'll thank me later.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up Monday on The Blitz, we are back from Cowboys camp in Oxnard, California, and the stories we have to tell.
Yeah, the ones that we can tell, including Joe at the Sublime concert. Good Lord. Plus, the latest on the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the players off on Sunday, but, the contract talks continue. The Blitz starts Monday at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month service credit applied for up to 12 months if eligibility requirements are met. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com.
Timmy, everybody. Great job. Next up for our 5th grade class recital, we have Samantha.
10 times better performance can make a big difference. Castrol Edge Motor Oil gives your engine 10 times better high-stress performance. Castrol Edge, better oil for maximum performance. Now through December 28th, Castrol Edge and Edge High Mileage Motor Oil are on rollback at Walmart.
Claim based on sequence 9 test under high-load conditions versus API SP test limits.
Hey everybody, it's Joe Reinagel from The Blitz. I cannot tell you how happy I am with my brand new Connecticut quality water softener. Had it in my house now for about 2 weeks, and the difference it is making is just unbelievable. Connecticut's been serving San Antonio for over 50 years. Their products are made in America. And you live in San Antonio in South Texas, a water softener, it's a must. And Connecticut is the absolute best. Up to 80% more efficient than competing models. Simple design, fewer moving parts, and in fact, you don't plug it in. No plug-in at all. It does not run on electricity. It only works when you need it to work. And right now, if you've been thinking about a Kinetico quality water softener in your home, Kinetico is going to let you try one for 90 days, absolutely free with no contract. All you have to do is give them a call, 656-PURE, 656-7873, or KineticoSA.com.
It's Jason and Joe from the Blitz. Join us at Circa Las Vegas in August for the Circa Sports Ultimate Contest Weekend.
The Blitz will be live at Circa August 22nd and 23rd, and then we're staying for the weekend. Come to Vegas with us for the Ultimate Contest Weekend.
Circa Survivor and Circa Million are back. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere.
So join the Blitz at Circa Las Vegas. More details and discounted rooms available online at sasportstar.com.
Selling your home is full of catch-22s. Do you pay for upgrades like new flooring and fresh paint to sell for more, or put that money toward your dream home? Jason Minix here from San Antonio Sports Star. I want to tell you about Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, where you can do both. Get more money for your current home and put more money down on your new one. Here's how it works. Orchard makes you an impressive backup cash offer for your old home. That unlocks cash for you to buy and move into your new home. Next, your Orchard team handles the repairs and upgrades on your old home at no upfront cost. Then your local Orchard agent lists, shows, and sells your home on the market. One customer said, quote, "Orchard sold my home for more than I expected, and I got a golf cart." Home selling doesn't have to be a catch-22. With Orchard, get expert guidance and top dollar for your home. Visit Orchard.com and start with your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month service credit applied for up to 12 months if eligibility requirements are met. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com.
Timmy, everybody. Great job. Next up for our 5th grade class recital, we have Samantha.
10 times better performance can make a big difference. Castrol Edge Motor Oil gives your engine 10 times better high-stress performance. Castrol Edge, better oil for maximum performance. Now through December 28th, Castrol Edge and Edge High Mileage Motor Oil are on rollback at Walmart.
Claim based on sequence 9 test under high-load conditions versus API SP test limits.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
So I tried that whole secret menu thing. Went up to Taco Bell. Said, hey, I want an enchilada. It's on your secret menu. The guy looked at me like I had 5 heads. He goes, we don't have a secret menu, sir.
Well, he doesn't know.
Well, apparently not.
I know, because it's a secret.
Well, I mean, you think when they train them there,
It's
they should
called
tell-
a secret.
Well, the employee ought to know the secret.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. Hello, friends. Happy Monday. As happy as it can be. It's a USA Monday where we kicked some serious ass yesterday.
We're very fast as a country.
Noah Lyles. That fella can run. And that I was reading that he won by 0.005 or something. And then it was like, why'd you turn me all the way down? I'm sick of you trying to control me, man. Like,
well, I want to hear what you're saying.
Listen, I can control my vocal power and still have Ingrid let me know that our flag was still there. I don't even know if the flag was there or not. I don't know what happened to that flag.
It's gone.
There's no proof through the night anymore because you muffled her.
Thank you, by the way.
Somebody was saying that it takes less time to blink.
Oh, dude, it was so close. But the photo finish, he won. But if it was a 99-yard race, he'd have lost.
A 99 meter.
No, meter. Yeah, sorry, the stupid meters.
Yeah, sorry. We got to do the Olympics have to be the metric
At 99,
system.
he'd have lost by a yard. At 99 meters, he was even. At 100, he was 1,000th or whatever it was, ahead, a chest, a deep breath ahead.
Dude, what a way to lose if you're this. I mean, great for America, but if you're the second place guy, what a way to lose. That wasn't even, and by the way, like that guy was winning the race and it just fell apart. I feel bad for some of these people who they think they're going to win and then they lose.
He felt like even at the end, he thought he'd won, and it was so close. I don't blame him because he had the lead. It's just Lyles just came. He had the worst start and picked it up at the very end as he had lost in the heats to that same cat. I think it was the same cat. Closed it out ridiculous, but it was the buildup. Anybody watch that thing live? That was dumb. The French made this. I like the idea of like it's time for the showcase track event,
right?
And they had the pre-thing, the lights, the lasers, and they introduced them. Then they introduced them again, and then they introduced them again, and then we stood there and watched, and they played this music, and all the runners were trying to stay hyped and bouncing around, and finally they're like, Can we run? Can we finally run after like 3 or 4 minutes? And Lyles was not ready by the time they did. And then the other part of the start was, the winner from Tokyo was this Italian dude who had come out of nowhere and everybody knew he wasn't worth it. He just had the race of his life in Tokyo. And again, that's COVID.
The guy in Tokyo won that won the 100 meters was Italian?
Yeah, Italian.
I can't believe I didn't know that story.
Yeah, well, he had come out of nowhere and won this race, and he did qualify, but he was the slowest qualifier. And of course, he pulls up lane, and he kind of fit the plot line as this guy didn't deserve it the last time.
Yeah, he figured out, man, I'm racing against a bunch of Americans and Jamaicans. I got no chance here.
And had been living off of this Olympic glory, which is in fact the only real race the cat had ever won. And all the other racers were like, dude, really? He's getting all the appearance money, and he's not even in the top 5, So he got smoked, and then Lyles, the biggest ego in all of sports anymore, it feels like, won, which is appropriate. It was great.
Well, I'll take it. USA. First American to win the 100 meters since 2004.
Now, to put things in perspective, he ran a personal best. What he ran last night was the best race he'd ever won. And what was it, a 9.87?
Something like that.
Didn't Bolt win it with a 9.58?
Dude, I say this all the time.
Stuff, man.
Usain Bolt is a different kind of dude. Usain Bolt is in that Michael Phelps category where it's going to be a while before someone comes along breaking those records. Like I generally, I think as we get older, athletes are getting better and better, and just the way they can train, nutrition, things like that. So records are going to keep falling. Usain Bolt's 100-meter records, I don't know that I'll live to see those records broken, which is kind of like you don't appreciate it at the time. Like I knew he was running fast, but when I see how much faster he is than everyone else, it's like I don't know that anyone can do that. It's almost like when you think back to guys like Cy Young having like 500 wins or something. It's like no one's ever going to do that again. Like I don't know that anyone's going to break that Usain Bolt record until someone has robot legs.
Seriously. And we got to witness that. And then you think of like Katie Ledecky, who's her top 20 times are better than anybody's ever even whiffed.
Katie Ledecky has not every race that she's been in, every 1,500 race she's been in since age 13. She has won. That's such a crazy stat. I mean, imagine that you do something at that level and you haven't even come in second place since you were 13. And back then she was probably racing against grown-ass women.
Yep.
Crazy.
So those generational dudes and ladies, they don't come often.
And combos. The lady-man combos that apparently are happening out there's a big controversy.
Oh, well, we're bullies if we say anything.
Oh, yeah, you're not allowed to bully.
Can't bully.
One of those a gal who lost to the Chinese girl held up 2 X's. It's like saying, I'm a double X chromosomer. This one's got a Y. I'm just letting you guys know I'm Team X. It's like that's the sign now. When you get beat up by these girls, you got to be like, hey, just so you know, I'm a regular girl, not one of these.
A normal girl, not one of those
superhuman girls. Girls like Wolverine over here. One of the maybe one of the most unheralded Olympic American champions. We like to send our best. We like to be well represented, but sometimes we send thugs over and to pillage their lands. And what's happened? Our top golf thug, Scotty Scheffler, went to France and pillaged them. Pillaged. And it took some Euros candy right out of his hand. John Rahm was sitting there. I got a 4-shot lead. I might be on my way to a gold medal, making history, being remembered forever. Nope. You're going to choke and you're going to like it. And Scotty Scheffler, thug life, wins the gold for Team USA. John Rahm losing the way that he did is
it's very French-like for a Spaniard.
Yeah. Just one of those, if he had done that in a major, like it would be one that they talked about forever and ever. Like they'd show high low lights, I guess, of it. But this dude was 4 strokes ahead of the field with 8 holes to go and just melted. And didn't even medal. That's how bad it got. He didn't even medal. He was 4 strokes ahead with 8 strokes to go and didn't even get on the podium.
To Scheffler's credit, he shot a 29. That dude was on freaking fire.
Well, Scheffler shoots a 29 on the back 9. I think Rahm shot a 39.
Well, he fell out of contention, but he wasn't going to get gold no matter what.
That'll flip the script. If John Rahm had just parred the last 8 holes, he would have won.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't got to go out and get birds. Just don't get double bogeys. Double bogeys in the Olympics? Bro, you got one job. And, of course, Rory McIlroy comes up short because that's what he does because he's a loser. Rory McIlroy's such a loser. I love it.
Who are we blaming? His wife, his dad?
It's everybody's fault.
Now? Is it just
everybody's fault?
Now? The Irish in general, they're better swimmers than golfers now?
I think so. And it's a sad, sad reality. Scheffler, though, set an Olympic record for 72 holes, 19 under.
I'm telling you, man, blistering. If anybody, I mean, if it really would have mattered and the rest of the world was actually just watching golf, that was one of the performances that would have been unforgettable. I mean,
that makes our 2nd straight gold medal. Xander Schauffele won in Tokyo. And Scheffler was preparing for a playoff. Because he thought Tommy Fleetwood was going to be there with him at the end, and they were going to have to play an extra hole. Fleetwood missed the 18th green to the left and had a 100-foot pitch that missed by about, 6 inches.
Oh, I didn't see it.
And so he was, I mean, that would have been like a great Olympic moment, but instead, just the USA winning another gold medal, boring. We just need a couple more to kick China's ass off the leaderboard. I'm sick and tired of it. All right, let's wrap up hour number 1 on the other side. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Trane heating and cooling systems are tested, retested, engineered, and re-engineered to keep up with you. We run together. Visit TraneInfo.com to find your local independent Trane dealer. TraneInfo.com. It's hard to stop a train.
With a true Vegas feel, the Big Blind is the premier poker room in San Antonio, featuring an upscale environment catering to players from all abilities. From high-octane tournaments or lively cash games, the Big Blind has a game for everyone, including blackjack tournaments. From the owners of the Roo Pub and the Angry Elephant, the Big Blind is locally owned and operated, offering daily cash games to daily, weekly, and monthly tournaments. Learn more online at thebigblindsA.com. The Big Blind at 281 and Redland Road.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
George gets justice. If you've been injured, get George, because George gets justice. With over 100 years of combined experience and a relentless dedication to your case, the attorneys at George Salinas Injury Lawyers will fight for what's right. If you've been injured and it's not your fault, get George and get the compensation you deserve. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers today at 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. Getgeorge.com.
The Australian Pink Floyd Show, First Class Traveling Set World Tour 2024, August 22nd, Boeing Center at Techport. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. The Australian Pink Floyd Show.
Nigel, why are you wearing a backpack?
I'm going back to school.
Folks, when your AC decides to flunk out or your home's plumbing is stuck in detention, you don't have to worry. At Quarter Moon Plumbing, AC, and Heating, our technicians are certified with all the latest technology and can fix any plumbing or AC issue fast and at a fair price, because you deserve the A-plus service.
Gotta go, Joel. We're studying paper mache. I might have to pull an all-nighter.
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. 210-651-5899. License number TACLA 885-898-M16004.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. My one non-American Olympic hero is Bakhtir Jalolov.
Oh, I thought it was the French pole vault.
Well, I guess he is kind of a hero now. I didn't know he was going to be, but he's the hero we all needed.
I'm having a fathead mate.
Put that in our studio.
Hold it on to the crossbar.
That's right. Just we don't. All we need is from like waist to upper thigh. Like, we don't need the full thing. Just
I'm telling you.
Just the. You can put it like put it right here where that Go Navy sign is. Like,
put it right behind Reinagel.
Put it right here. I'm that's the just lean it across that bar, and people dig that. Bakhtir Jalolov, who
he's a beast, by the way, man.
Well, now they're saying, first of all, there's people who are saying, well, he shouldn't even be in the Olympics. He's 14-0 as a pro. He's 14 knockouts. See, this isn't what the Olympic spirit is about.
What are you talking about?
But this guy can't, he passed on multiple fights where he could have been making money
to be an Olympian.
He wants to be an Olympian. So this is what he wants to do. Who the hell am I to blame?
He's got an X and a Y chromosome. Should he be fighting women?
Well, he's fighting men.
Oh,
yeah, he's a man
but
fighting against other men.
Well, I kid. That's not true.
But he fought a guy named Tara Moana, an Australian guy, and the guy was his name's Tara Moana.
That's a good name.
He's got the same first as last name, and it's not like
you say it real fast.
It's not like Joe Joseph. It's Tara Moana.
Oh, don't say it too fast. It's like Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Candyman. But he beat this Aussie guy. The Aussie guy knocked out some Ukrainian guy in the round before. And these guys fought 4 years ago, and Jalolov won. But this Australian guy was like, somebody's getting knocked out in this thing. Like he's real confident. Well, he had a hard time knocking out Jalolov, and he just couldn't get to him. He couldn't hit him. And the Australian said he was running like a cat. He was scared, running like a cat. And now, but he's found his way into the medal round. So
will they fight?
Well, he's that guy's out.
Oh,
he lost,
but he didn't knock him out.
He didn't knock him out. No, he won a decision, and now he's their medal round is in Roland Garros. Now that the tennis is open, they're gonna turn center
Are they gonna
court.
box on clay?
Well, I think they're gonna set up a boxing ring.
Too bad. Boxing on clay adds a whole other.
But I mean, I guess when they do it in London, they could do it on grass.
They could do it on. We could just have outdoor boxing on a variety of surfaces, and maybe ice when we do the winter.
When we come to the U.S., it'll just be on concrete.
I'm in.
Like it'll look like Kimbo Slice in the boatyard.
I need this guy to win. My futures bets have not panned out.
I need it desperately after Iga lost to that China. Of all the gold medals that China's won, that's the one that pisses me off the most.
Mm-hmm.
The ladies tennis one, because I felt like we had an unbeatable horse in that race, and that horse lost. Iga Swiatek. I mean, come on, girl. What are we doing here?
Speaking of Joker, yesterday, Djokovic, taking down the young kid. The Spaniard.
And very emotional, too.
He was. He got the golden slam. That's pretty awesome. I mean, that's one of those things that it's like being born on leap year. You don't see that very often.
It's fascinating to me how great that guy is, and no one really talks about it because he's kind of a jerk.
Oh, there is that.
It's like, I don't know. I'm wowed by him every time I see him. I still cheer for him. I know nobody else does.
It's those COVID parties in Serbia.
I just want to see it. I want to see greatness. I love it. All right, let's talk some Cowboys on the other side. Where are we at with CeeDee Lamb? Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM, Floresville.
With T-Mobile, you can get tons of benefits and still save on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. Because nobody likes having to choose. It's like getting romance and sci-fi.
Jane, I love you. Also, I'm a robot.
Or being a dog person and a cat person.
Who wants a treat? Who's a good boy?
Or like being an extrovert and an introvert.
Woo! This is so fun! I can't wait to go home.
At T-Mobile, you don't have to choose. You can get the benefits you want and still save on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. See how much you can save with our savings calculator at T-Mobile.com/switch. Plus, when you switch, you can keep your phone and we'll pay it off up to $800.
Via virtual prepaid card in 15 days. Qualifying unlocked device, credit service, and timely redemption required. Card has no cash access and expires in 6 months. See T-Mobile.com.
The granddaddy of all hunting shows is back. The 2024 Hunters Extravaganza. August 16th through the 18th at the Freeman Coliseum Expo Hall. Fun for the whole family. Check out our hunting seminars, the latest in hunting equipment, last season's best bucks in our annual deer contest, and for the little hunters, games, live alligators, snakes, and more. August 16th through the 18th at the Freeman Coliseum Expo Hall. For details and tickets, go to huntersextravaganza.com.
I don't feel so good. You do feel hot. Dayquil Kids will take care of that fever.
What about my cough?
Dayquil Kids has that covered.
Will it make my throat feel better?
Yes, that too.
But will it taste good?
Yep, Dayquil Kids comes in your favorite flavor.
Purple?
Well, yes, it's grape.
Try new Dayquil Kids Plus Fever, the daytime coughing, aching, sore throat fever, just for kids medicine. Safe for kids 6+. Use as directed.
Now is the perfect time to start on your next success. When you apply to University of Maryland Global Campus by August 29th, you'll pay no application fee. An accredited state university, UMGC offers online and hybrid courses. Plus, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. Get your app fee waived through August 29th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
It's time to huddle up and listen close. For 2024, we paid tribute to a true game changer in the world of snacks, the unrivaled, the unbeatable, the pork rind. Yes, it's crunch time, and we're not just talking about the last few nail-biting minutes of the game. We're talking about a snack so audaciously crunchy, it puts those pretentious chips and pretzels to shame. So here's to you, Southern Recipe pork rinds, for being more than just a crunch. Southern Recipe pork rinds. It's crunch time. Find your rind at H-E-B.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot. How doers get more done.
She posted about us just now.
Celebrities can't get enough of Biana's bespoke skincare line.
She has 147 million followers. How do we monetize?
She needs a social media associate to help her with the hype.
We should repost this. Do we need a hashtag?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Gomez Law Firm has been taking care of the people of San Antonio for almost 50 years, the leader in personal injury law. Jose, tell us a little bit more about what you do.
We do ride-sharing cases, 18-wheeler cases. Obviously, we've done those for very many years. Work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then you need to visit joegomezlaw.com.
We've been around for almost 50 years, and we're not going anywhere.
Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
94.1 FM, San Antonio Sports Star. San Antonio Sports Center.
Discussions continue regarding the contract extension for Dak Prescott. He believes he has an obligation to other quarterbacks and his teammates to what kind of deal he does or does not accept. Team USA wins their group and are the top seed in the knockout round after a 104-84 win over Puerto Rico. I'm Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hour number 2 of the Morning Huddle here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We're at least doing the show at a normal time of day.
It's a relative thing, but yeah, for us.
I mean, that was the wildest thing out there was
2 a.m. wake-ups, man.
Yeah.
2 a.m. wake-ups. Just ponder that for a minute.
Yep. It's
the surefire way to make sure your talent isn't doing anything crazy.
Exactly. It's hard to get too wild out there when you know you got to be up at 2 a.m. But we made the most of it.
Yeah, I'm about to say, we're vets. We know how to pace ourselves, walk when we don't need to run.
That's right. Because you know what? We're pros.
Mm-hmm.
We are true pros. The Dallas Cowboys, who we were out there covering, have, if you listen to us in the first hour, we believe have a ton of issues. I don't know when they start resolving these issues, but I would argue that not a single issue was resolved while we were there. Certainly.
No. Well, I would say one issue has been resolved, and I think in really phenomenal form. I do think they found a center, and a long-term center.
Okay.
I mean, there were some questions, and that was on the list of 4 things that needed to be addressed as they came into the season, and especially during camp, is the offensive line. And first and foremost there was who was going to play center. And it seems going away that they found one. What's his name?
Brock Hoffman.
Brock Hoffman, private eye.
Which also means that their 3rd round pick,
BB,
is not going to be a starter.
Probably not. Well, no, he's not going to be a starter at center. And the thing is, he was going to be changing positions anyway. But this guy seems to have got it. But other than that, you're right, AJ. There's not a lot to trumpet about after we got back.
But it does seem that this is going to drag out. And the CeeDee Lamb thing, it surprises me. I thought for sure this was already going to be taken care of. Maybe because they are in the situation where, yeah, technically CD is getting fined every day, but he's on a contract where they can waive it.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal. But also it's like in a year where pressure's mounting for Dak, pressure's mounting for McCarthy, I think they'd like to have, like, a
win,
their best offensive player out at training camp with them.
Help a brother out.
And him not being there it's now drug out long enough that it's kind of concerning. If the guy would have missed 2-3 days of practices, it'd be like, okay, big deal. Now we're well over a week and he's still not there. That ain't good. There's games happening now. Hall of Fame game was last week and your guy's still not in training camp. That ain't a good sign. Has your expectation of what happens with CeeDee Lamb, has it changed at all in the last week?
I still expect him today. And if not today, tomorrow. There's no reason why he hasn't been signed. We knew what the dollar values were going to be. Franchising does you no good. You're going to have to pay him. You're going to give him a raise anyway. You're trying to figure out what you're doing with your starting quarterback, and it'd be a lot easier to have him doing it with your best wide receiver than second and third. So there's every reason to get done. That's why this is so confounding, that it doesn't really compute as to why it hadn't happened. You keep thinking, if it hasn't happened, then why? Who's the guy holding on or holding out? Is it CD because he believes and is asking for a higher contract? Did the Tyreek Hill move adjust what they were chasing? Is the guarantee not big enough, or is Jerry just not going to spend any money?
I think it's for him not to want to spend this is odd, because I think back to a couple of years ago, and I think that these owners all look at each other for, where the league's going, what's the direction of the league. And remember when it hit a tipping point and it seemed like every owner talked it out. I don't know that they did, but it seemed like everybody talked and said, okay, guys, running backs, they're not worth it anymore. We're done paying these guys crazy money.
Wink, wink, nod. See, if they agree to it, it's collusion, but they can all look at each other and nod like, are you going to pay him?
And
Nobody's going to pay him, right? None.
And then when the Eagles pay Saquon Barkley, they can all go, come on, I thought we had a deal.
And basically those rules are put in place like this to protect them from themselves. And every now and then, not every now and then, every time one owner cracks, but for the most part.
But it seems like it would go both ways. So when you see Justin Jefferson gets an extension, A.J. Brown, extension, Amon-Ra St. Brown, extension, Jalen Waddle, extension, you'd think Jerry would look at that and go, hey, I got one of those.
And I should pay him now before the next guy gets paid. But that reasoning is out the window, not just with CD, but with Dak and with every other guy he negotiates with. That has nothing to do with Jones's plan on how he's going to pay people. It has nothing to do with it. And good, bad, or indifferent, very rarely does he come out on top on this. He always pays through the nose. I don't know how he continues to go back to the well on this.
Well, it's certain, the fact that it's not happening, that there's really no progress on, and they can keep saying all they want, well, there's progress, we're making progress. Where? I guess, I mean, it's hard to show progress until you get the deal done. That's the only thing. That's the only way that we're going to know. But I mean, the way I've heard Jerry talk about it last week, it doesn't even seem like he's interested. So I don't know. It's an awkward situation. CeeDee Lamb's gone radio silent on X. So there's not much to talk about.
And normally when players go silent, you feel like they're getting close to the finish line. I don't want to screw this up. We finally got the offer. I'm close to. I'm going to shut up until I sign something.
It's an awkward situation to say the least. And my guess is now that that this thing drags out even further, because I would, again, I'm with you. I expected this to already be done. It's not, but nothing about last week made me feel like it's going to change anytime soon. Like I didn't get a single positive vibe out of last week.
Not one.
And I'm not a Cowboys fan. I didn't grow up a Cowboys fan. I'm not like dyed in the wool. And I mean, if I were, I'd be feeling way worse right now than I did going into that thing.
There was one bit that we haven't had a chance to talk about. And I would say that the way that the defense is changing is worth paying attention to. If you're looking for something to hang your hat on, if it's the scheme that seems to be interesting that Zimmer's introducing, a little bit more deception, a little bit more attention to size over speed. Quinn was the type that kind of had a framework and let players go make plays, get the fastest, baddest dudes we can get, put you in a place to make a play and go make that play and be a star, or get trucked or get run over. We couldn't stop the run. So I do think if you're looking for little things to be excited about, think of the prospect of a defense that Mozzie Smith is actually being utilized in a way that he's effective. And there's a long way there. 2 Pro Bowl caliber cornerbacks, some big hitting safeties that are going to be back in situations that are more appropriate for their skill set. There could be a defense there that could protect a lot of the problems that we're talking about. This could be a really good defense. I mean, let's not get away from, there's 4, maybe 5, maybe even 6 potential Pro Bowlers running around on this 11-man squad. There could be the kind of defense that hides a lot of the problems that they might be dealing with coming through. That's just a could be and should be and maybe. But I do think there's this undercurrent of, wait till you see this defense going on.
You know what the problem with that is? Like, typically teams that have good defenses have good running games. Those things generally go hand in hand.
One feeds the other. I agree.
And I can't envision a world where the Cowboys have a good running game this year. And that makes me worry for the defense. It's just hard to, when your defense is on the field a lot, and the Cowboys look like they're going to be one of those teams whose defense is going to be on the field a lot, because if the Cowboys score, my guess is it's going to be on explosive plays. It's going to be, hey, get in, get out, get some points on the board and get the D back out there. There's not going to be these grimy, grinded out drives. And that worries me for the defense. So you're right. The talent is there. And it does seem like I think Zimmer's a great defensive coach. But
the point is, you don't come into a season going, well, I hope our defense hides any of the problems on the offense. That's, it's one of those, if this works, great, we have a chance. And you start having to add 2 or 3 of those. If this works, then we have a chance. The likelihood of all that working, so you have a chance, are slim and none. You just don't get that lucky. So while it does look like a little bit of a bright spot, it's not enough. Defense doesn't matter in the NFL. It's a secondary thing. The rules are set against you if you're trying to be a defense first, win it with 21 points. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah. All right. Let's hit a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about the Dakota Prescott side of this, because he is there. He's training, but he is, I don't want to say on pins and needles, but there's an edge that I've never seen with Dak before. So I'm interested to see how that plays out. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1. Summer. Wait, we need to finish school shopping.
We got this. The kids' favorite Good and Gather snacks at Target are now at a new lower price.
And $5 lunch boxes. Ooh, let's get Luna the flour bento box.
Good idea. And for our Mega Shark Fan Max, I got the Shark Backpack. It's only $20.
Even 25-cent select crayons and $6 tees.
And we're done.
Now, where were we?
Cheers to us. When it comes to finishing your supply list, Target has your back to school.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you're always looking for ways to position your operation to create opportunities and move on them faster. With Bank of America, you get access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter. Locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America NA.
With a true Vegas feel, the Big Blind is the premier poker room in San Antonio, featuring an upscale environment catering to players from all abilities. From high-octane tournaments or lively cash games, the Big Blind has a game for everyone, including blackjack tournaments. From the owners of the Roo Pub and the Angry Elephant, the Big Blind is locally owned and operated, offering daily cash games to daily, weekly, and monthly tournaments. Learn more online at thebigblindsa.com. The Big Blind at 281 and Redland Road.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
This is it. Shop the Lowe's Closeout event to get up to 70% off select major appliances for your home. Plus, get up to 60% off select patio furniture and accessories for your outdoor spaces. So hurry into your local store today because these deals are too good to last. Shop them now before they're gone because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/7 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio representing people and families who've been injured in traffic collisions since 1994. The reason it's important to call me as soon as possible is the number of tricks and mistakes you can make, even up to not to do. And also some of the billing practices at our local hospitals. And over the last year, I've seen more and more of this, where hospitals are asking patients to assign benefits they do not have to assign, all in an effort to get more money to the hospital than they would receive if all you used was your health insurance. When you call, I will give you your options. We'll talk about your case. And all of that is free of charge. If you or a family member has been injured in a traffic accident, whether car, commercial truck, motorcycle, I want you to call me as soon as possible after the collision. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or go to my website at alawyerforus.com.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Want to bounce around training camps in the next segment. We'll see what's going on with the Giants, the Eagles, and the Commandos.
They've gone.
And
Commando.
then maybe we'll take a look over at the Houston Texans as well.
They had to move. I got a new dude.
Yeah. So we'll see what. I mean, I guess other camps were going on. We just thought the Cowboys were the center of the universe. I didn't even realize anything else was happening.
Have you? Do you feel like you've been removed from every other bit of news too between the Olympics and the Cowboys?
Yes.
I came back to like, okay, let's get some. What? Lebanon? There's there's something going on in Beirut.
Yeah,
missed an interesting week.
I know we traded out some. We traded out some people to Russia.
Yeah, we got some hostages back. Traded a hitman, an assassin.
Yeah. He's probably going to get us back for that one. I hope it's not me that gets assassinated by him.
You know, one of the guys that had been there for a minute, the former Marine guy, had been there. They asked him, "Are you ever going back to Russia?"
What kind of question is that?
Like, of course not.
Yeah, I'm going to go visit.
You ever think you'll go back to that place that imprisoned you for no apparent reason? Yeah, I like them. Good people there. Good people.
Yeah, my wife sent me she was like, I want to go to Turkey. Like she found something about Istanbul where it's like I think she likes it.
Oh, Istanbul's awesome.
There's like cats roaming the streets. Like they're
they're afraid of them.
Thousands of cats that just they kind of run the city. Apparently,
it goes back to the Ataturk. They believe that a cat might have taken the breath of a child, and they have a fear of cats.
Okay, well, they run the city apparently.
No rats though.
But
Zero rat problem.
I said I don't go to Turkey. That's on my. I don't go there.
Get myself in trouble. I hear the prison system's kind of rough.
And she's like, she sends me a map, and it's got Turkey on the very far right, and then it's like Greece and Serbia and Italy and all these
other really cool countries.
And I'm like, I looked at that map, and then I shifted Istanbul to the left side of the map, and I'm like, you see, like Syria. I'm out. Have fun without me. You don't try to trick me. She's like, you drug the map the wrong way. I was like, no, that's the real map. I don't want that. Makes me. Well, I don't even want to go to Greece now. It's too close to Syria.
A lot of stairs in Greece.
Yeah,
gotta get used to climbing some stairs.
A lot of walking. If we were in Greece this weekend, I would have been in trouble with my toe blister. What a disaster that was. We walked too damn much. Dakota Prescott remains at Cowboys camp. He looks fine.
I wonder what he's like behind the scenes, because no one should be happier than Dak Prescott. I'd be skipping to work every day. Because can you imagine? No matter what he does, he could blow a knee. It don't matter.
It doesn't.
He can throw 25 interceptions. It don't matter. He's going to make $60 million a year for a minimum of 4 years coming up. No matter what he does in February, I'd be skipping around like the happiest man on the planet. Who gets to live that kind of life?
Do you think Dak wants to be a Cowboy?
I think in his heart of hearts, I think he would like to be remembered as a Cowboy. That's at the end of the day. I think he'd like to retire. And if he ever made the Hall of Fame, unless he won a Super Bowl someplace else, I think he likes the idea of being a Cowboy. But he's sick and tired of Jerry's crap. And he's going to open himself to the market and show Jerry, dude, if you'd have just done this, you'd have had me.
The other thing, though, that's awkward is when you're talking about Dak, if he wants to re-sign with the Cowboys, what he wants to do. There is something to, if I'm a free agent or an impending free agent, and I don't know who my coach is going to be next year, I'm not thrilled about signing up for the next 6 years.
Truth, man. He has the more leverage than any player in the NFL is Dak Prescott.
Because if Dak said, I'm not signing until McCarthy signs,
that's what happens.
Or it doesn't. I mean, so it's but Dak does have all the pull in this situation. It is a good spot to be in. But again, just being around him, seeing his body language this week, he doesn't seem like the happiest guy in the world.
Well,
he's got a little salt to him.
I think there's some pressure, and I think it's because he wants to be, in his heart of hearts would like to be a Cowboy. But with every passing minute, it becomes more and more apparent that the guy you want to be a Cowboy for and with doesn't feel the same way about you.
Yep. And you know what? I'm torn on this because when they paid him the first time, I was like, man, the Cowboys are going out on a limb here, paying this dude like this. Mm-hmm. And Dak got more than a fair deal on that contract.
See, the thing is, he got exactly what he was due, but Jerry could have paid him less the previous years, and Dak would have happily taken it.
Yeah.
Every time Jerry screwed it up and ended up having to pay through the nose the absolute max. And I think Dak is tired of having to prove it.
But I think the more time goes on and he sees guys like Tua signing for big money and he sees Jordan Love signing for big money, it's the writing's on the wall. And not only is he at a tier on a tier higher than those guys as a player, but the thing that he may have going for him is being on the open market, having a bidding war. Like, all it takes is, I don't know that there would have been
one Jimmy Haslett.
There wasn't 20 teams knocking down the door and being like, I want to pay Trevor Lawrence more money than anybody's ever gotten. The Jaguars said, hey, it's important for us to keep Trevor Lawrence. That makes sense. Dak is going to be, if Dak hits the market, there's going to be, all it takes is 2, but there's going to be 3 or 4 teams who are like, we'll do this.
Who are tired of the search. Yeah, we're tired of drafting and flailing around. We finally get a guy. You know that Oakland, the Raiders, the Saints, they're gonna come running with buckets of cash.
Of course they
buckets
are.
of cash. So while Dak has to walk this tightrope, here's my real question here. Because I do think the Cowboys are good enough to make a run if all things work out. They do. There's enough talent there. But let's say things don't. It's late October. We're going into November. This is a losing record with a coach who, if he hasn't been fired, will be very soon. If I'm Dak, I don't know if suddenly I got a plantar fasciitis. I got a little bit of a hamstring issue. What am I doing here?
Yeah.
You know, this is
my
pointless.
top wide receiver's not here.
Or if he is here, he's mad because he got something weird happened to get him into camp. Zeke is a shell of himself. This defense didn't work out. This rookie center's getting me killed. Time for me to sit down and maybe you look at Cooper Rush or, God forbid, play like we thought
Trey
Lance. So the possibility of a bad situation just going from bad to just incendiary flames pretty high late in the season.
It really is. And it's one of those things where, like you said, what's Dak's motivation right now? I mean, obviously, I think anybody who gets to that level wants to win. No doubt.
Absolutely. I'm not going to say, but I'll tell you, when everything's going south and your offensive line is shattered, and now it's like survival mode.
Yeah. It's real easy to pull that ripcord and just say, you know what, I'm gonna live to see another day and get my money, and good luck to you guys.
There are a lot of other quarterbacks that have done it.
And you know what? This is gonna sound crazy. I wouldn't blame Dak if he did that right now. Like if he already saw what's going on and said, you know what, my hammy's tight. I'm gonna sit out a couple days of camp. You
just
guys
to prove to you what will happen when I'm gone.
But I also have this belief that maybe Dak doesn't care to be a Cowboy anymore. Maybe he realizes that he could go somewhere else and put up the numbers that he's been putting up and
not escape.
I mean, you mentioned the Raiders. If Dak Prescott put up the numbers with the Raiders that he did last year with the Cowboys, I mean, every Raider fan would treat him like a god king. Instead, he does that, and it's almost split down the middle. Cowboys fans are like, let's keep him or let's run him out of town. If Dak put these numbers up in Carolina, you think they'd be considering him consider running him out of town? Absolutely not. You don't think if he went to Denver and put these numbers up, he wouldn't get treated like a king? You think if he was in Seattle, he wouldn't get treated like a king? The Cowboy fan, it's a weird, I don't even know what to call it. Entitled desperation. Which it's like it's a conflict of terms, but I think it's half and half. It's like we're the Cowboys, we're supposed to have the best stuff. That's the entitled part of it. But also they haven't it's obviously not been the best in so long that they're like, yeah, but we're still America's team. But we're it's coming back. But we got to make something happen now. It's a weird thing that Cowboys fans are projecting onto Dak, and it might just not be worth it to him. It might be easier for him to just go to New Orleans. The fans there don't care anyway. You won some games? Awesome. Like drinks are on the house. Dallas, it's just so different. It's, you're second in the MVP voting? Yeah, well, you're an a-hole. Beat it. We don't want you around. You've had your chance.
We need more, baby. You hold the trophy up, though. Once you hold a trophy up, all that other stuff goes away. Everything is erased, and it's not even a brand new chapter. It's a brand new book. Yeah. But you gotta hold the trophy up.
It's easier said than done, though, dude. I mean, the truth is, the Cowboys don't have Patrick Mahomes. And the Cowboys didn't have Tom Brady. We're living in an era where if you don't, somebody's got to beat that top dude. And those top dudes are so good.
Mm-hmm.
And the Cowboys don't, I mean, they've got a good team. They just don't have a dude that is going to win. Like, I don't think Chiefs fans ever go into a game thinking they could lose. I really believe that. Like, if I were a Chiefs fan and I looked over and saw Patrick Mahomes as my quarterback, I'd be like, oh, how could we possibly lose? Like when there was betting on the Super Bowl this year and people were like, thinking about betting the Niners, thinking about betting the Eagles, like, good luck, man. It just feels like a fool's errand trying to decide when is Patrick Mahomes going to lose a big game. He just doesn't do it. And it's like, well, we got to win a Super Bowl. We got to win well, not everybody's going to win a Super Bowl. If the math says you should win one every 32 years. And it's just not that means you might win 2 one year and then you might go 50 years without one. It's just the way the math works. I just don't know that in this era, unless you've got one of those guys, a dude, that you're going to win it. And I don't know if Dak's a dude. I know Dak's a good football player. I just don't know if he's the kind of guy who, in a playoff game, you can look at and go, no doubt, no brainer. You know?
I do to some extent agree. But you still have to assess your talent with the Super Bowl behind it.
Mm-hmm.
No matter if it's difficult, no matter if you're only supposed to win it every 32 years, but the guys that deserve it are the ones that separate to the title. That you have to be held to that. That
sure.
Whether you're a Cowboy or you're a Panther, the ring is the thing. And if you don't get it, you will always be considered less than. You have to be. Or what are we doing here?
And the truth is this. There are teams who are more talented than the Cowboys who are going through the same thing, the frustration of not winning it all. You don't think pressure's kind of mounting on Kyle Shanahan? Kyle Shanahan is like looked at like this genius. The 49ers roster is incredible, and they haven't won a Super Bowl yet. You know, I don't think they've won a Super Bowl. You got to go back to when? Was it the 90s? Like you got to go back to the 90s for their last Super Bowl? I mean, so they're in the same boat as the Cowboys, except with better players and a better coach. It's like if you think it's crazy the Cowboys haven't done it in so long, how do you think the 49ers fans are feeling? All these teams are dealing with the same kind of pressure. It's not as easy as it sounds to just like, well, go win playoff games. It's hard, man. It's hard. That's why when teams like Detroit do it for the first time, look how long Detroit went without a playoff win. And Dan Campbell is now, he's probably got a lifetime gig. Not really, but he's got a lot of wiggle room. And in a place like Dallas, winning a playoff game wouldn't do anything for Mike McCarthy. All it'd do is be, okay, well, did you win the next one? No? Beat it. It's just the standard around here or around Dallas is just different than it is. And that's what I say. If I'm Dak, is that what I want to deal with? Like, do I want to be beat up every time I don't win an NFC championship? Or do I want to be applauded when I win 2 playoff games? Because you can't have it both ways. You really can't. And
in Dallas, you get one way. That's it.
Yeah. And it feels like if they got to the NFC championship and lost, people be like, oh, Dak couldn't do it. And it's like, they got to the NFC championship, you know? I think there's an appeal to that. And I always thought like Jeter being the shortstop for the Yankees. Dude, it's awesome when it's going well. Probably sucks when it's not. Now, Jeter was lucky that it pretty much always went well for him. But if Derek Jeter played for the Seattle Mariners, I think his life would have been a lot easier. Like there's just something to like.
But he wouldn't have been Derek Jeter.
No, you're right.
You know, he had an easy life, but I'd take the Derek Jeter part of that side too.
You got to decide like, what do I want to? But he was also winning titles, which quells a lot. But yeah, there's a certain pressure I think that comes with being the quarterback of the Cowboys that I could kind of see being like, I'd rather just go Go play in anonymity in Tampa or something like that. And, when I have a great season, people actually appreciate it and don't treat me like a loser because I couldn't beat the Packers. All right, let's hit a break. When we come back, we're going to take a look around the league at some other training camps, see what's going on, as well as a positive update coming up for the Cowboys at training camp. Looks like Micah Parsons, who was limited while we were out there, looks like he's starting to pick things up. It's Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up Monday on The Blitz, we are back from Cowboys camp in Oxnard, California, and the stories we have to tell.
Yeah, the ones that we can tell, including Joe at the Sublime concert. Good Lord. Plus, the latest on the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the players off on Sunday, but, the contract talks continue. The Blitz starts Monday at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Come to Generations Federal Credit Union and drive away with a great competitive rate on your auto loan. We make auto loans simple, with no payments for up to 90 days, easy applications, and fast local decisions. Apply online or in person at Generations Federal Credit Union. Member owned. Community grown. Rates and terms subject to approval and may change without notice. Interest will continue to accrue during the payment deferral period. Full terms and conditions at mygenfcu.org/auto. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is the famous footwear that makes us actually want to go back to school. With the newest styles from all your favorite brands like Nike, Adidas, Crocs, Converse, New Balance, Birkenstock, and more. You'll find everything kids want, all at prices parents can appreciate. Because you don't have to overspend to make it famous. Famous Footwear even has fit experts in store to make sure you get the right size every time. So for the perfect fit, make it famous. Plus, right now, buy one, get one half off when you shop your local Famous Footwear or famous.com. Some exclusions apply.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted it close to town with a picture window overlooking a yard. And you found it. Now when you sit down to dinner, you've got front row seats too. Your neighbor's daily pickleball game. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states.
Home ownership. At Progressive, we know it's part of the American dream. It's winds blowing across the fruited plain, and also your new fire pit, which subsequently sets your gazebo ablaze. It's hard-hitting football, and an even harder-hitting price estimate from your general contractor. That's a star-spangled bummer. It's also around-the-clock protection when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, which can help keep the American dream of home ownership alive and kicking. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online, mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Connect to this radio station from all across the country. Take us to the gym, shopping. How about a road trip? Listen to us now on the free iHeartRadio app. You'll never miss a moment with your favorite radio station. Download the free iHeartRadio app and search for the station so we can go wherever you want us to.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I wanted to take a look around the league. Other teams have training camp, apparently, not just the Dallas Cowboys. Now, we didn't see any of those. We just saw the Cowboys camp, where, by the way, Micah Parsons practiced in full on Saturday. Well, I shouldn't say in full. He didn't do the one-on-one pass drills, but he was in the team drills and apparently was a monster in the team drills. And Todd Archer says he had at least 3 would-be sacks, including one where he was unblocked because of the look the defense gave the offensive line. Spent most of the practice in Dak's face.
I mean, that's Micah, but I would also say, as we usher in the era of the brand new left tackle, Tyler Guyton was getting ripped.
Yeah.
That was the rookie getting eaten up.
That's kind of the thing. Like, you're like, oh, positive news out of Cowboys camp.
Ooh.
Micah Parsons is an absolute menace in the pass rush. In other news, Tyler Guyton, a lot of work to do.
Work to be done, granted, against the beast that is, but yeah.
Yeah. It's like Trayvon Diggs looks incredible at practice, has had 4 interceptions.
Wait a minute.
Meanwhile, Cowboys quarterbacks continue to struggle. It's,
I'll take the good news side of this.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Let's take a look at the New York Football Giants. Well, I finally finished up.
I haven't.
Hard Knocks. I finished it up this weekend.
So did they end up drafting the quarterback?
They did not.
They didn't. Oh,
no.
Okay. I thought things might have changed.
Plot twists.
Plot wide
twist.
Receiver, did they?
The Giants went receiver. Yeah. I mean, it's you never see it coming.
I didn't see it coming.
You never see it coming.
You just
they
they
found out that the quarterback, his own teammates didn't go to his birthday party, so they changed up they said we can't draft him. There's no way we can draft him here.
I agree with that.
Yeah, good philosophy. Evan Neal, the expected right tackle for the New York Giants, might not be the right tackle for the New York Giants. Remains on the PUP list and not nearing a return. Had surgery in January. And Brian Daboll said he's just not ready to go yet. And the Giants, who got Jermaine Illuminor this offseason, they had, and they talked about that a lot in Hard Knocks. They have him playing right tackle, and it doesn't look like he's going to give that job up when Evan Neal comes back. But Daboll said that there are no plans to move Evan Neal to a new position, meaning that Evan Neal is going to be a tackle, but there's already 2 other guys that play tackle, which if you're reading the writing on the wall for Evan Neal's going to be a backup tackle. That was the number 7 overall pick 2 years ago, is going to be a backup tackle for the New York Giants. I'm going to say that they're lucky they didn't do Hard Knocks offseason that year, because that ain't good. But we'll see how he comes out when he starts doing football type stuff.
Every team needs a swing tackle, AJ.
Yeah, you just don't like to draft them with a top 10 pick.
It's how you get them is really the question. But a swing tackle for your first round pick, I would have allocated it differently, but they're in.
Taking a look at the Philadelphia Eagles, where rookie receiver Johnny Wilson looks like he is making his case to be the number 3 wide receiver there. 6'6", 230-pounder from Florida State is getting starters reps last couple of practices. 6th round pick. And
tell you what, they got a type up there. AJ Brown's a big one too.
Yeah, and Jalen Hurts seems to like him a lot in the red zone, shockingly. He said, I put in some work in the offseason with Jalen and some of the other guys, just building up those reps and that connection with everybody. It's been great getting some of these first-team reps. I'm just trying to keep building day in and day out. He's in the mix along with Britton Covey, John Ross, and Paris Campbell. But seems like he is the lead dog in that race right now. And imagine that. Imagine having like a 6'6", 230-pound playmaker being your 3rd wide receiver.
Well, Howie Roseman always liked those big blocking tight ends, and now he's found big blocking wide receivers. Now he's got them that can catch too.
Meanwhile, who's the best receiver at Cowboys camp right now?
I think Tolbert would be the one that would be considered the best if you're not counting tight ends. But
that's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a good thing to say about your football team.
I think Cook's had a good practice day on Saturday, and I don't think we can judge our cornerbacks. Our wide receivers very well, because 1, the cornerback plays solid, but 2, our quarterbacks haven't looked good. If half your reps are going to Cooper Rush and Trey Lance, that's normally 5 for the starter, 3 for the backup, and 2 for the rook, and Rook's down to 1 per play. the receivers aren't getting a lot of chances is the problem. Although we did see, and you brought it up earlier, Trey Lance did throw a nice deep one. Was that Tolbert that caught the touchdown? I think it was.
I think it was, yeah.
So I think he's been at least he's shown up in the absence of CD.
In Washington signed defensive tackle Taylor Stallworth to add some depth in training camp. Apparently they feel like they need to handle second-round rookie Johnny Newton with kid gloves. He didn't practice Sunday. He was limited on Friday. He had surgery in May on his left foot. And Dan Quinn says it is load management. Some days he's going to do more. Some days he's going to do less. Quinn also said they want to limit the wear and tear on Jonathan Allen, who's entering his 8th season. But it's hard.
Monster.
It's hard to load manage everybody that plays the same position. It's like at some point somebody's got to get there and play. Washington also maybe looking for help at right tackle. Andrew Wiley was limited again. Has been limited quite a bit in this preseason due to unspecified tightness. I don't even know what that means.
Just all bound up.
Yeah. But the Commanders are having to use a backup guard as their number 2 right tackle in practice because the backup is also dealing with a leg injury. So the Commanders are dealing with some offensive line issues, to say the least. The Texans are a team that we have seen more of than most because, they played a game. But at practice, they've got their good players playing. CJ Stroud is playing at practice, and apparently, last we saw the Texans, they were looking pretty good. CJ Stroud, from all accounts, is he's looking ready.
Yeah.
So I've said I think there's going to be a downtick in what we see from CJ Stroud from last year to this year, just because it's almost impossible for a young quarterback to be that good 2 years in a row. If he is, then I think we're talking about a super, super special type player. But generally, when a quarterback has that good of a first year, there's a regression coming.
I don't think it'll be a regression. It's how you define it. It's just not going to be as spectacular as last year. It just won't be. It can't be. But with every passing day, as we keep hearing about how effective he's been in practice, and if they can keep the line healthy, there might be a logical kind of next step, the likes of which we're not used to.
Something tells me he'll throw more than 5 picks this year.
Oh, there's no doubt. Last year they were lucky. Let's not kid ourselves. You need to be lucky to do what they did. But those 3rd and 17s and getting 3rd and 18 on a diving shoestring catch, the odds are you just don't get those year after year. And they kept getting them week after week.
And I'm not saying that he is this, but remember how good Mac Jones looked his rookie year? And then they kind of opened up the playbook.
Yeah.
And Mac Jones struggled. Like it was, and now it turns out Mac Jones isn't a starting quarterback in the NFL.
And he was being disguised. And there was still more talent up there in New England than he was still playing with a lot of Super Bowl types then. But no, those are 2 different dudes.
No, I'm just saying
entirely.
But show me a guy who's had like an incredible year 1 and then had an even better year 2. It generally doesn't happen. Usually it's either. And in year 3 might be totally different. Year 3 he might be Joe Montana. I don't know.
It's the stepping up in weight class because suddenly your record's better and you're just playing better dudes.
And guys have film on you.
Mm-hmm.
Once defensive coordinators in the NFL have film to study on you, once the mystery is gone, they're pretty smart. Those guys get paid millions of dollars a year too to stop you, and generally they find a way to at least slow you down. But on the same hand, it's like if you have nobody wants to have a bad rookie year either. That doesn't make anybody feel good. Nobody wants to be Bryce Young, even though chances are good Bryce Young is going to be better this year than last year.
It won't look like it though.
It might not, but it will be hard for him to be worse at least. So that's the that's the bright side if you're looking at it there.
Well, if it doesn't work out, they could trade him to the Cowboys for a 4th round pick.
Maybe they get a third out of it. Maybe get a third. Who knows? It depends on how many years he has left. Other noteworthy things around the league in practices. Kirk Cousins got knocked down. First of all, these teams that have fights, Pittsburgh and Atlanta, like these guys pushing each other around. Every one of these starts with somebody hit the quarterback. I can't even imagine being a guy in training camp feeling like it's okay for me to hit the guy in the red jersey, especially when he's Kirk Cousins and he just got millions of dollars and he is coming off Achilles surgery.
But you're trying to make a team. You are trying. It's either make the team or go back home and drive a beer truck. I make the team and I make $3,000 a week or whatever it is, or I go home and I drive a beer truck. So you're turning the corner as the defensive end. You're either making the team or you're going home to drive a beer truck. I can kind of see going 95% instead of 80%. I can kind of see how it happens.
If I were the head coach and some no-name knocked my quarterback down coming off an Achilles surgery, that dude would be driving a beer truck
probably
tomorrow.
I'm not saying it's the right thing, but I can see how it happens. I mean, maybe I do something spectacular and the coach remembers me, even though it's bad press. He still remembers me. The guy gave it all. I can see how it happens.
Apparently Friday night as well, DeMarco Helms, who is he smashed Ray McLeod on a completion, or what would have been a completion, and knocked the ball out. And apparently is the kind of hit that other players took umbrage with. Drake London and Tyler Algier, there's pushing and shoving, and like the guy was fine. He wasn't hurt, but these guys are so ready to go hit someone else. And it's funny, like when you watch Hard Knocks, you hear them talking about it. All the practices and stuff, they get so excited for that first preseason game where they get to violently touch someone who doesn't play on their team. They get all and I think that's why when they have joint practices, which I think all but 2 teams this year are having joint practices. I forget who the 2 are. But almost inevitably a fight breaks out at joint practices because it's the first time that they're getting really physical and people are taking offense still. Like, hey, you shouldn't be hitting me like that. And
it's dudes trying to make the team.
Sure.
It's those guys that are going to do 110%, and that extra 10 probably isn't what's actually required to make the team, but at least you're fighting.
Arizona, apparently James Conner's looking really good. They're doing their 11 on 11s.
What's going on with Marvin Harrison Jr.'s jersey? Why can't they? What's going on?
He hasn't figured out his deal with the Players Association.
So until they get the deal done, they have to hold his jersey number back.
You can't even customize it. Can't even customize it.
And I just wanted one so bad.
I know. When you gave me your Christmas list last week, I was like the 3rd thing on it.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a good one to have at some point.
Well, you're not getting one this year.
Well,
Santa ain't bringing one down the chimney. You can. There's a CD Lamb jersey in your bag. You can just keep it. No,
medium. I've already tried it on. I slept in it.
Yeah, Rob was walking around in it. He was walking around with it. Just so, Rob, for those who don't know, most guys, it's like, well, are you a boxers or briefs guy? Rob is a thong guy.
Well, I go Winnie the Pooh most of the time. I go the Porky Pig. You know, just the T-shirt,
just
nothing
a T-shirt.
else. Just dress up top. That's all that matters. And I was wearing the CD Lamb jersey.
Well, after the 3rd night, I was like, dude, you've got to put some underwear on.
I'm a big fan of French pole vaulters.
It's creeping. Well, no, you're a small fan.
I'm trying. I'm a fan. I didn't say I could live up to my hero, but I like to live my life as if.
But yeah, Rob was wearing that CD Lamb jersey with nothing else, and it was really awkward for everyone. That's when steak night, I was like, dude, you got to put something else on.
Oh, I'm still a little chafed.
And Rob comes out in like this tiger striped thong with it. Still had the CD Lamb jersey on.
Guests coming.
But had a tiger striped thong. It was very very strange. I'm not here to judge, but it was.
I put on my nice stuff.
It was unique. The Rams saw Puka Nacua leave practice. That's never good. Got up slowly during a team drill. McVay said he didn't have an update on it, but his knee was wrapped in ice for the second half of practice. That's a guy that they can ill afford to lose, although they seem to be able to just find guys. They're pretty good at that. And they mentioned, like the Giants, they mentioned during the when they were in the 7th round, they were like, All right, guys, we got any Puka Nakuas or Tom Brady's laying around this draft?
Anybody?
Good luck. Anybody got one of those guys? Good luck. But the Rams are beat up on the offensive line as well. 3 starters on their offensive line are sitting out practice right now, which is probably not ideal. And they're doing joint practices with the Chargers. So, the Rams are coming to do joint practices with the Cowboys next week, right?
Yes, and then they're gonna play each other too.
Okay,
they're gonna join and play.
All right, and that's their first preseason game. So that may be of note as well. The one other team that I wanted to mention was the 49ers, who, if there's a silver lining on what's going on at Cowboys camp, good news. It ain't all rosy out there in San Francisco either, because Brock Purdy threw 7 interceptions over 2 days. And
was Ayuk practicing?
I don't know. But he said, I take pride in protecting the ball for our offense and our team. So obviously I'm mad when I'm not completing the ball to our guys and it's going to the defense. I'm hard on myself, and the coaches are too. But with that, now's the time to be trying out some stuff in terms of throwing some windows and some tight coverages and whatnot. I've still got to grow. I've still got to be better. I'm hard on myself, but now's the time to do it. Well, okay. Yeah, practice is the best time to throw interceptions.
But I think they got you scouted there, boss.
I think so.
I think they know what you're doing.
I think so. So there you go. There's a look around at the other teams. There's 31 other teams apparently in the NFL. Little did we know. No mention of them out at Cowboys camp.
No significant injuries over the week, though. We haven't lost anybody for the season, though.
Oh, you mean around the league?
Yeah, around the league.
I don't think so.
Normally by now,
I shouldn't say that. Nobody that would be
significance.
Like nobody you're drafting on your fantasy
team. No Von Miller
team
out or anything like that.
Yeah, nobody you've heard of. So that, knock on wood. I mean, we want as many good players to be healthy going into the season as possible, just as a fan of the league. But yeah, nothing major to any star players just yet. All right. This is the hump day of Monday, halfway through a Monday.
Yeehaw.
We'll come back. We got more Cowboys, more Team USA to talk about. Some Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson, KTFM Floresville.
Meet Cheryl. Hey, she's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's got to be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
The granddaddy of all hunting shows is back. The 2024 Hunters Extravaganza. August 16th through the 18th at the Freeman Coliseum Expo Hall. Fun for the whole family. Check out our hunting seminars, the latest in hunting equipment, last season's best bucks in our annual deer contest, and for the little hunters, games, live alligators, snakes, and more. August 16th through the 18th at the Freeman Coliseum Expo Hall. For details and tickets, go to huntersextravaganza.com.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select a new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or straighttalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month service credit applied for up to 12 months if eligibility requirements are met. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Timmy, everybody. Great job. Next up for our 5th grade class recital, we have Samantha.
10 times better performance can make a big difference. Castrol Edge Motor Oil gives your engine 10 times better high-stress performance. Castrol Edge, better oil for maximum performance. Now through December 28th, Castrol Edge and Edge High Mileage Motor Oil are on rollback at Walmart.
Claim based on sequence 9 test under high-load conditions versus API SP test limits.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
The smarter way to clean your floors. It's time to make the swap. Swiffer Power Mop.
Introducing the new Swiffer Power Mop, the all-in-one tool that gives you a mop and bucket clean in half the time. The solution's built right in, so no heavy bucket, and the pad has hundreds of scrubbing strips to get deep into grout. Don't mop harder, mop smarter.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Center.
Discussions continue regarding the contract extension for Dak Prescott. He believes he has an obligation to other quarterbacks and his teammates to what kind of deal he does or does not accept. Team USA wins their group and are the top seed in the knockout round after a 104-84 win over Puerto Rico. I'm Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
China trying to get another gold medal. We got to stop this. The Chinese do team skeet shooting. I didn't even realize that. I don't like it very much, Rob. I thought other countries don't even have guns.
Well, they reserve them for the select few.
For the Olympics?
Can't shoot.
I hope we've got somebody good waiting in the wings.
What's our Turkish assassin?
Yeah, what's our skeet shooting team look like this year? Vic.
Vic's
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Well, dude, we've been at Cowboys training camp. What have you been doing?
Oh, nothing. Just sitting around.
Yeah, keep us up on things. Seems like China and India have good ones. I don't know about ours though. Oh, maybe India's not that good. He missed one. What a loser.
Already.
Yeah. And that doesn't seem like proper gun safety to me, holding it there.
It's odd form.
I'd maybe put on a reflective vest too if I were him, but
Woo.
All right.
Not so good there.
All right, man. Hey, bub, these Chinese are licking their chops. Why don't you just give them another gold medal, Indian guy?
See, I mean, our best are actually hunting.
You think?
Yeah, they're busy.
Wow.
It's almost dove season. We're just a couple of days away from dove season.
Was a good warm up. A good warm up for dub season.
Cleaning our guns, getting ready for it.
Olympic hoops. We are. Oh, here's our shotgun Olympians. Yeah, but where are they at right now? I want to know what the standings are. Are we in it? Or are we out?
Hey, wait, we got us texting. Feeling good about this.
Burleson
went to Tarleton State. I think we're gonna win.
All right, I hope so. Yeah, find out. Are we in the medal round here? Or are we just getting started?
Oh, we got us an Aggie, Philip Youngman.
Oh no,
Yeah,
an Aggie.
We're gonna win
on the loose in France. They're not gonna know how to act. The basketball has reached the knockout stage, and that'll get underway tomorrow at 5 a.m. If you're interested, or 4 a.m. here. If you're interested, you can wake up and watch Germany and Greece. I'll be up at 4 a.m.
Yeah, we'll watch it for you.
Yeah, we'll let you know how it goes. And then Serbia, Australia at 7:30 tomorrow. At 11, France and Canada. And 2:30, Team USA against Brazil. We're sending our best. That means if your favorite team wasn't mentioned, I've got bad news. If you are a fan of Spain, Japan, South Sudan, or Puerto Rico, they have been eliminated. They're gone, sent packing. Puerto Rico sucked. They were the worst team there. Well, maybe Japan. I don't know. They both sucked. But imagine going there and going 0-3. Terrible.
You're there though, man. You get to experience camp.
I would have rather just not shown up if I was going to get my ass kicked by 20 every game.
I saw a post-game interview with our starting post, who have just finished the game scoring 2 points in a 3-on-3 game.
Dude, that's where we got to go
next.
And
he was more excited about his family and friends. So I get it. You're there winning. I'm in Paris on their dime.
Dude, why do we suck at 3-on-3 so bad?
Because we don't care.
I mean, we care about every other stupid sport.
I'm not saying we shouldn't care. I'm just saying that any team that rounded out with Canyon Berry, that tells me we don't care.
We went 2-5. 2-5. What the hell, man?
Jimmer got hurt.
Well, maybe we should have, I don't know, sent another pro basketball player then.
I don't
just
know,
in case.
I don't know what the thought process was, but I believe if you give me 3 weeks, I could find a team in San Antonio that would compete for at least a bronze in 3-on-3.
Well, our ladies, I thought maybe they're the great hope. They started out 4-0. They're 4-3 now. They've lost 3 straight games. They lost to Germany 17-13.
I watched that one.
Name one German gal basketball player. You can't.
No. And it's like watching 8th grade. I don't know what happened to them there.
You want to hear something worse? On Wednesday, they lost 20-17 to Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan.
We don't care.
And before that, they lost to Australia 17-15.
See, that one you accept. You go, all right, they're hoopers.
3 straight losses.
But the Azerbaijani women
pisses me off. I guess they've made it. All you had to do was be even at 4-3. I guess that was good enough to get them into the medal round.
They're pacing themselves.
So today at 10:30, they play Spain.
Does the Spanish women's team wear the same uniform that their volleyball team wears?
I don't think so. No, unfortunately.
I think they need to reconsider their uniform options.
Unfortunately, they don't. Yeah, it'd be cool. I mean, if you want to drive interest in 3-on-3,
I'll tell you what,
that would be interesting. And then at 11:30, Germany and Canada. And they're playing I guess it'll be decided today then. So they play the USA plays the semifinal at 10:30, and if they win, they play the gold medal game at 3:00 today. If they don't win, they play the bronze medal game at 2:00.
So finally, they can finish the season out and go party in Paris.
Okay. Listen, this is a key. USA, it's time to step up. All right. We need a win here. We need a win. China's eliminated. This is a chance for us to get a gold medal that they can't get. It's time. Oh no, this Chinese gal is really blowing it for her team. The dude hit 15 shots in a row, and this gal just missed 3 in a row. So she sucks. She's not going to be welcomed back into the People's Republic of China.
No, that's the problem when you fail.
Also, okay. I thought she was shooting from the hip.
Does she have batting gloves on?
Yeah, she does have batting gloves.
That's right. Or gardening gloves. I can't tell.
That's a Beretta, at least.
Yeah, she is shooting with a Beretta.
That's a fine piece of gunnery.
It sure is. I don't know what's the deal with the duct tape on the barrel, but
well, that's just how they do it in India. You don't have duct tape on your barrel? And it looks like athletic tape, actually.
Yeah.
Like my rifle's got a sprained ankle.
Let's chip in and get the Indian a better gun, man.
Yeah, he's it is an odd look, like it's been in the training room. Oh, I didn't see any pink dust.
Nope.
Oh,
whiffed on that one.
What a loser. Yeah, so there's our chance for a gold medal in 3-on-3. Happens today. I'm not expecting it, but
I think as we close this out, that 3-on-3 basketball needs to be brought into a little bit more of a higher importance.
Yeah, like we got to start getting serious.
And not like, hey, you free? Yeah, hey, you want to go? No, You have to earn your way.
We went 2-5, the men did. 2-5.
Damn disgrace.
Give me a break, dude. That's a joke. And I'm telling you, it doesn't take much. Like you can find some dudes. I bet there's 3 dudes who play together every day in Philadelphia.
I'm telling you. I can't imagine. I believe it. In San Antonio, you give me 3 weeks, I'll find 4 dudes that will compete for gold. It's not this Canyonberry, some dude I never even heard of. And Brent Bear and Jimmer Fredette is the best that we could come up with.
In my mind, it feels like the key to winning 3-on-3 would just be have a couple shooters and like just a dude, like a rim runner, a guy who's just an athletic big.
That's all. You run the pick and roll, pick and pop, pick and roll, pick. That's the only thing. You do it over and over, and you win games. Watch the Euros. Around looking for you. Stopping the 3, and you go get the other. That's how you win. It's not that hard.
And we just didn't take it seriously, and it's kind of embarrassing.
It's a damn disgrace. Not just kind of embarrassing. It's a ridiculous disgrace that we're not. I mean, we're losing to Azerbaijan.
Yeah, Azerbaijan, a made up place. That's a made up. That's a made up country.
At the very least, war torn. I imagine wherever the Azerbaijani women are practicing. There's like
they got a crack in their court.
There's a crack. There's a bomb hole out in the parking lot.
They practice on a double rim. That's how you know those chicks are hardcore.
Chain nets.
That's right.
Inside.
Yeah, they don't have a full backboard. Only the square.
There's bullet holes in it.
That's right. That ain't easy, bub.
They're tougher than we are for sure.
Yeah. Whoa. Go back to our pit. That is a
yes, sir. Where is Miss Alexis Lagan from? Because that's a big gun.
That's a big something. Boulder City, Nevada. What? That's basically like that's 5 minutes from my house.
What is okay? She goes to the University of Utah, Salt Lake City, majored in pre-law physics. What the hell is that? There's no comma.
That's true. Pre-law.
I have a new favorite shooter.
Man, they at least our athletes are getting fed. That's for sure.
Oakley's coming.
How about her too? We got some gals. We got some shooters.
Yes, sir.
We better win. That is a That's a healthy woman, though. That one gal from Boulder City. She's
the size of those guns.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
What are they shooting over there?
I don't know.
That's like
I got no idea what she's getting into.
That's not a 38. That's 45 if I've seen anything.
Honestly, if I were this Chinese dude, I would be so mad right now. He's had a perfect round. He has not missed a single target. And this gal has missed 4. There's gonna be a real.
They're gonna have their own shootout.
There's gonna be a real issue.
She just went through 4 straight.
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom.
All right.
She's back on par.
Well, he probably said, "Hey, they've got your family."
It just took your daughter off the Apple production line.
Yeah, if you don't start making some shots, you're never gonna see your family again.
See, your daughter's little hands are really good for putting those little digital boards in there.
That's right. We can use that. All right. Yeah, enough crying about how bad the basketball is.
Well, our best shooters, we kept them in the military just in case. We didn't send our best there. They're defending us. We left our best shooters are elsewise occupied.
Yeah, we got. I mean,
they're working on Trump's security detail.
Yeah, they're not worried about war in China.
No, yeah, and they got other work to do.
That's right. Maybe that's what we probably sent that guy that tried to shoot Trump. Terrible shot. We probably sent his teacher.
Yeah, that.
We sent that assassin's shooting coach.
We're not sending our best.
We can't.
No, we need the
gun sports.
We need the sniper dude that took care of business. That guy.
Us losing at gun sports that's a travesty. Basketball is one thing, but gun sports. Most of these countries, like, you can't even get a gun in Norway.
Well, around here, when we say get up a few shots, it means a couple of different things.
That's right.
Not just basketball.
All right. Unfortunately, we just saw Team USA lose in the men's volleyball, the beach volleyball. Chase Buttinger
Eliminated.
He's gone too. They got their ass whooped too. It wasn't like a close loss. They got spanked, and they should have finished that first so he could go play 3-on-3. Would have given us a chance at least.
Legit been our best 3-on-3 player.
I'm not even kidding. I know he's probably out of practice, but
I don't care.
How bad can it be?
You're playing a bunch of overweight. Have you seen the guy we lost? Have you seen who we lost to?
We had a freaking
beer
scientist.
league dudes, man.
They were like, "Oh no, Jimmer got hurt. Our basketball player got hurt. I guess put the scientist in."
Scientist in.
Idiots. All right. We'll complain about other stuff at the Olympics. We'll also we want to talk about this Spurs arena discussion that popped up over the weekend. We'll do that next. The Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up Monday on The Blitz, we are back from Cowboys camp in Oxnard, California, and the stories we have to tell.
Yeah, the ones that we can tell, including Joe at the Sublime concert. Good Lord. Plus, the latest on the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the players off on Sunday, but, the contract talks continue. The Blitz starts Monday at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Trane heating and cooling systems are tested, retested, engineered, and re-engineered to keep up with you. We run together. Visit TraneInfo.com to find your local independent Trane dealer. TraneInfo.com. It's hard to stop a train.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio representing people and families who've been injured in traffic collisions since 1994. The reason it's important to call me as soon as possible is the number of tricks and mistakes you can make, even up to talking to insurance companies, which I'm going to tell you not to do. And also some of the billing practices at our local hospitals. And over the last year, I've seen more and more of this, where hospitals are asking patients to assign benefits they do not have to assign, all in an effort to get more money to the hospital than they would receive if all you used was your health insurance. When you call, I will give you your options. We'll talk about your case. And all of that is free of charge. If you or a family member has been injured in a traffic accident, whether car, commercial truck, motorcycle, I want you to call me as soon as possible after the collision. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or go to my website at alawyerforus.com.
What's up? I'm Miles.
Hey, and I'm Jara.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Maple Pepper Bacon Sandwich is how the flavors come together. First, I taste the smoky grilled chicken, then the pepper bacon with that maple bun, added with the sweet heat and the pickles.
I'm really sold on the pickle. It meets you in the middle with the sweetness and the heat.
It's spice-tastic.
Yum-licious.
Flavoristic.
The sandwich of the summer. The Maple Pepper Bacon Sandwich.
Order the Maple Pepper Bacon Sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine is excited to announce a partnership that is revolutionizing access to care for orthopedic patients. The HURT app provides free 24/7 access to orthopedic expertise. HURT is the app to have before you need it. Don't wait for an injury to happen. Download HURT now for free, fast virtual access to orthopedic specialists. The HURT app is available online in the App Store and Google Play. Learn more about the HURT app and the OrthoNow Injury Clinic at tsaog.com.
The Australian Pink Floyd Show, First Class Traveling Set World Tour 2024, August 22nd, Boeing Center at Techport. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. The Australian Pink Floyd Show.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway.
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code KIND to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code KIND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code KIND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
If you miss the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you miss this.
Bill Belichick is joining Inside the NFL for the upcoming season.
I guess he's tired of babysitting, so he needs to get out of the house on occasion. Now, anybody that's upset with Bill Belichick because he's dating a 2-year-old, I mean...
She's not 2.
Oh, she
is legal.
Hey, I applaud it. That's...
You're just jealous.
No, I'm not jealous.
You sound jealous.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
It's showtime! Morning Huddle. Rob and AJ on a Monday. Getting you through a case of the Mondays.
Might get your ass kicked if you say that.
I know. You got big plans today? Or are you trying to catch up on sleep?
Today, I didn't get a day off yesterday.
It's garbage, man.
Taking care of chicken pens and cleaning pools. Like some workaday dude. So no, today I'm going to cave up.
Good for you. I think that's what I'm going to do too. I'm going to maybe take a 2-hour nap, maybe 3. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the day takes us.
It's crazy. It's Monday.
He's saying my camera's off. Sorry. When my laptop goes to sleep, which it occasionally does sometimes during a break, it makes me disappear.
We all wither periodically.
Oof, and just like that, I'm back. Now that was cool because it went from like
clear. It looked crazy.
It looked like I was just gone, and then I appeared magically. That's magic. The San Antonio Spurs look like they are one step closer to getting a new house. Now there's lots of NDAs and
a lot of NDAs that we know about.
Yeah, but
there's the non-disclosure part. I think people didn't quite figure out.
But this is something that we talked about. Hell, I guess almost 3 months ago now, or at least 2 months ago. We had that big interview with that Chismoso's guy, and he basically told us this is how it was going to go.
It looks like 60-40 split, somewhere about there. The city will take up 60. Spurs will come up with 40%. It'll be over $1 billion. There'll be
They're saying it's going to be like maybe 2 to 3 billion. Like it's going to be a massive entertainment complex is their goal.
They're going to hammer it out. I would imagine we'll start seeing the whys and wherefores right after the first of the year, right about after the election. We'll start seeing some cost estimates and what it's going to be and how they're going to fund it. Well, that local tax and how it's going to come about. All that's being hammered out now. This is such an easy decision. What do they call it? Project Marvel.
Yeah.
It looks like the right people
like
are behind it.
Movie.
There's some good steam behind this. There really is. It's always fun early on until we start talking numbers. But what they're talking about doing will alter the face of our city.
It feels, and this is just me, and again, I've driven by this place. I've seen it on a map. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of space right there.
Well, the good news is there is built-in parking close. It's just on the other side of the highway. It's going to be a bit of a hike, but they've got enough parking at the Dome to more than fill whatever the new Frost Center will look like.
So you think it's just going to be like a standalone building?
I think so, and there'll be some sort of attachment to the parking which would be under, around, or near the bridge, or they're just going to put everybody underneath, or some sort of shuttle system that'll get to and from. I don't think egress will be that difficult.
The thing that fascinates me most about the Spurs' current setup, which I'm going to preface this by saying I think it's maybe the dumbest I've ever seen, is that there's no industry around that arena. Like,
oh yeah,
why would you not have bars and restaurants and like?
You have to have seen what happened. What happened was where the Spurs are looking now. They wanted to build directly across the street back 20 years ago.
Okay,
and 20 years ago, where that was an old government housing area that was some federal money, and it was just a mess. And the city couldn't extricate themselves from previous commitments, and had some council people that were firmly against it no matter what. So the city ruined it. They couldn't find a way. So what had to happen was the county, and the county judge at the time, Nelson Wolf, stepped in and said, we got some land. It's county land. It's where the Joe Freeman Coliseum is. He pulled together at the last minute a couple of dudes that funded an arena, and it was literally the last option. If it wasn't that, the Spurs were leaving. So we all tried to put lipstick on a pig and said, well, what will happen if we build it here? That all of the road leading from downtown to the arena will become this thoroughfare of bars and restaurants that we will hit on our way to and from the Spurs game. No.
Never happened.
Never. And it was never going to happen. But it was a situation where it was either that or the Spurs were gone. There was no in between. We had let the things go down the road to the point where we had to be saved by the county for a city issue. So that's how we ended up down there. That won't happen again.
No, it can't happen again. There's just too much money that they're missing out on. And the idea that someone didn't open a margarita shop or something just right.
They tried. People tried, but you don't on 42 nights a year, it's not enough. Or 44, or you start adding playoffs in, you get 60, but 60 nights a year is not enough to fund a bar or a restaurant.
But there's concerts. There's I don't know.
It just wasn't enough.
That's wild to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. But I guess and that's the upside. There's probably nothing going on around there when there's no game. It's just it's a ghost town.
It is.
But that's the upside to having a downtown arena and
the complex that's coming along with it. I'm telling you, it will change the face of our city.
And for the best. It's going to be like it's going to draw events that wouldn't have otherwise come. And
now, given the current rate of completion on our downtown construction projects, it might not be done until 2200.
Oh, we'll be dead.
Yeah, we'll be long past, considering that La Villita expansion and improvement project that started, I don't know, 20 years ago. Oh no, sorry, 2 years ago. That is
started in 1984.
We might have to have some completion bonuses built into our arena. We actually got to play in there.
Well, they're almost halfway done with 1604.
By the time it's done, we'll have plenty of time and manpower to get the other thing done.
Almost.
But
We're thinking
it
about
is interesting that we're starting to hear it. And, you know, it hit the news over the last couple of days, but there was really no new news. You know, I didn't see anything new that we hadn't already heard, but I think it's more important that it's been thrown into the news cycle by those that are behind it. And we need to talk about it because it's coming, and we're all happy with basketball right now. And we're watching Wemby perform on the national stage. And it's going to be part of how well Wemby does will be how easy the sell is to us. If Wemby performs and does what Timmy did, and we're suddenly a contender, getting this arena built will be easy.
Yeah.
And we will vote for it. We will love it. But if the Spurs stumble and, you know, it looks like it's going to be 3 years down the road and we're not quite there and this part of this process, and then you're trying to sell to the Spurs, we need $4 billion from you. It'll get a little bit more difficult.
When do we think ground breaks? Like, what's the?
They're going to have to break it here in about 2 years. I mean, in the next 2. That's what I'm saying. I do expect we're going to get a pretty firm idea what this will look like after the presidential election. I say right after the first of the year.
I think they should make that new arena look like the building that they're knocking down. That cultural arts building.
Well, it was called the Institute of Texans Cultures.
Okay, yeah,
and a big museum, and it was built in this, you know, late '60s brutalist concrete slab thrown onto the.
I think it looks kind of cool. I think that's how they should make the new arena look.
It looks like something you'd see from those old Planet of the Apes movies.
Yeah,
like that's what the future is going to look like. I would be very interested to see what it'll look like, and if they're going to tie the arena look to what it looks with the Alamo Dome beside it, or are we going to go with, you know, the downtown motif of sandstone and brass and, you know, silver. It'll be interesting how they design it, because it will be a showplace that'll ensure, you know, possibility of an all-star game. We'd have to move the rodeo away for a day or two, but some things that we haven't gotten in a minute.
Yeah, no doubt. I just hope it's not an ugly building. The Alamo Dome's kind of ugly.
Well, for its time. You've got to keep in mind that's things, you know, upwards of 30 years old now. When it first came up, it was cutting edge.
Yeah.
But it's been a minute.
Yeah. It's a weird looking building.
It was the largest truss and something style building ever completed on the planet when they did the way those wires, they raised that roof up with it.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. When I drive by it, I'm like, that's an ugly arena. I mean, listen, there's an Astrodome in Houston. There's lots of ugly arenas.
And time passes. Its day, she was cute when she had her day.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. But I hope this one's cool. And I hope that it does for downtown what they're hoping it will do. And it's funny, you and I went to a bar kind of close to the Alamo Dome, I guess a couple of weeks ago. And it is so close to the Alamo Dome that it's hard to believe that area is still kind of underdeveloped. There's usually, when you've got arenas and stadiums and, you know, everything around it, the price goes up, and people put in businesses or put in condos or whatever. And there's places 3 blocks from the Alamo Dome that are just empty lots. That's wild to me. And I would imagine that putting in this new arena makes it even more of a, like, that area is gonna bump up even more.
Area, it's Dignity Hill is what that area is known. And you're right. It's an area that's just now starting to reap the benefits of the downtown explosion. And when the money is approved, and if, you know, once the election is had and the city's going to fund it, you're going to see property values down there really go up. I think that Southtown is kind of, will head into Easttown over the Dignity Hill. I do think that's booming. And we saw some construction down there. You can kind of see it coming, but you're right. The economic development that has been promised behind both the Alamo Dome and the first AT&T, now Frost Center, never came to fruition. Never did, for lots and lots of reasons. And you're going to get pie in the sky promises again. We're going to hear what will come, and, you know, the tide will rise and everybody's boats will go up with it. Well, we were told that with the dome, and not everybody's boat went up. And we were told that with the AT&T and that East Side renovation, and not everybody's boat went up. So we do need to be wary of the promises, but I do get the sense that it's a foregone conclusion, and we all are going to want it in one way or another because of all that it brings, but above and beyond basketball.
Noe says prostitutes, gangs.
Cherry Street, yeah, back in the day, there was a bad rep. That was a big old ironworks.
Prostitutes buy basketball tickets too. Okay, Bubba.
Where they built it was an old ironworks factory that had contaminated dirt that we had to dig up, and then we didn't know what the hell to do with all this contaminated dirt. So it did kind of slow down the growth because people were afraid of building a house that was, covered with, all the soil underneath was filled with lead and mercury.
Big deal.
Yeah,
so your kids have two heads.
But the tomatoes you pull out of your garden are the size of bowling balls.
Massive. Team USA is shooting for the gold medal against the Italians.
Oh, well, that's a foregone.
I would think, but I don't know, man. And so far, our gal missed a shot. So just basically, I don't like to say that shooting's a man's game, but
you'll get shot.
Seems to be a man's
say
game.
Things like that.
Seems to be a man's game. I'm just saying the man hasn't missed yet, and the woman missed a shot. And now we're down by one because
she was busy getting him a drink.
You think?
Yes, she was making him a sandwich.
He's like, "Hey, honey, a good time. Hit me with that sandwich." But no, I'm glad at least we've got a chance at a gold medal here. That China won the bronze.
I want to see this woman's form.
Okay.
Boom, boom.
You like that? Is that how you would have done it?
Took it out.
That's how I would have done it.
That's what I'd have done.
That's what I would have done. I would have hit the target. That's the plan. It's weird. They have to have the gun on their belly button until the skeet go up there, and then.
Ooh, she let that one run a little bit.
But she got it. Got the job done. All right, way to go, girl. So.
You ever shot ski?
No.
I have once. I'm not very good at it.
Seems difficult.
If it depends on your shot, man. You're shooting lots of pellets. You only got to nick that thing, but it's not the easiest thing either.
These Italians haven't missed yet, though. That's the bad news
is
for
Italian,
USA.
If you say Italian, is that a derogatory?
I don't mean it to be.
I know you don't.
Is that a wrong way to say it?
I think it's Italian. Yeah, instead of I.
Oh, wow. It didn't know that.
Italia.
I don't think I just say Italian because of the way Brad Pitt said it in
I know.
Inglourious Basterds.
And I think he was saying that derogatorily, like, are you Italians?
I didn't think he was. I speak a little Italian. I didn't think it was being derogatory.
Like, that'd be like somebody saying, I speak American.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm all right with that. I'm going to keep saying Italian until the whoa. I thought that our pistol girl was healthy.
She's got a good base.
Look at that Italian gal.
She's got a good base.
She looks like she could.
She was quick.
Yeah, quicker than she looks. That girl ought to be doing some wrestling too. Sumo or judo or something.
I withhold any judgment from here on out.
I'm just saying she's built for other sports. On top of shooting. Maybe not on top.
She could be pulling double duty.
No, I don't know. But she could.
Crew? You think she'd be on one of the rowing teams?
No freaking way. No way. Whatever.
Balance beam?
What's the Summer Games equivalent of downhill skiing? It's got to be something downhill.
It would need a lot of inertia. Skateboarding. Is there a speed skateboarding where you just go straight downhill?
Is there is there a skateboard jump like they do ski jumping? Like you just go really fast and go flying? Just imagine. Damn.
Has skateboarding, it's going, right?
I think it's already been going.
How's breakdancing going? Have we begun this little
I don't know.
sojourn?
I bet this Italian girl doesn't do breakdancing.
I bet she can spin though.
I bet she broke something. It ain't a dance. As I continue to disparage the world's greatest athletes. Thank you. Speaking of disparaging the world's greatest athletes, Simone Biles, come on, girl. We'll talk about that next. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 FM.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Summer. Wait, we need to finish school shopping.
We got this. The kids' favorite Good and Gather snacks at Target are now at a new lower price.
And $5 lunch boxes. Ooh, let's get Luna the flower bento box.
Good idea. And for our Mega Shark fan Max, I got the Shark backpack. It's only $20.
Even 25-cent select crayons and $6 teas.
And we're done.
Now, where were we?
Cheers to us. When it comes to finishing your supply list, Target has your back to school.
The biggest pro football contests in Vegas are back. Circa Survivor and Circa Million are now up to a record $16 million in guaranteed prizes. 2 ways to win and no rate. Circa Survivor contestants select one team each week with no point spread. Last the longest to win it all with $10 million guaranteed. In Circa Million, make 5 picks against the spread each week for your share of $6 million guaranteed through quarterly and full season payouts. Enter in Nevada. Play from anywhere. Visit circasports.com for details.
My name is John. I could not lose the weight I needed to. The Institute for Functional Health Wellness Program was the answer. It included a great deal of testing, supplements, and weekly face-to-face doctor visits. I finally had the accountability I needed. I am now 50 pounds lighter. I no longer have pain in my elbow, back, and hips. I have more energy and just feel and look so much better.
Call for your complimentary consultation, 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health.
Is your vehicle stopping like it should? Does it squeal or grind when you brake? Don't miss out on summer brake deals at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Save on O'Reilly Brake Parts Cleaner. Get 2 cans of O'Reilly Brake Parts Cleaner for just $8. Valid in-store only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
We're blowing our shot here. The skeet shooting finals are on. Of course,
her no matter what happens.
Neither one of the men have missed a shot. These women.
Our guy is nailing it, man. He's on it.
But so is the Italian guy. He's very good also. And our gal has now missed 3 shots. The Italian girl's only missed 1. I mean, this doesn't seem fair. They need an event where you have to run a mile and then shoot. I feel like we'd do better.
That's like the pentathlon version of this.
Well, let's get that going. Where did we get a gold medal in that?
I'm not sure we're done yet.
Because there ain't no way the Italians won that one. No way. But they're gonna win the gold medal. That girl's not missing anymore. She missed 1. Our girl blew it. AJ Smith is her name. I'm not saying you should tweet at her and say, "Hey, why'd you blow the Olympics for our country?" But she kind of did. Speaking of blowing it, Simone Biles blows it. No one's allowed to say anything negative about Simone Biles. So I'm not going to say anything negative about her other than, come on, 5th place on the balance beam. You got one job, girl. Go out there and win gold medals. 5th place. Rob could have gotten 5th place on the balance beam.
Don't sell me short.
Rob could have gotten fourth place.
I am nimble, agile.
I don't think so.
Cat-like even.
I don't think so. You get hurt all the time.
Well, think how bad it could have been. Think of the things I've avoided.
J-Da says even goats aren't perfect. I guess not.
Well, that's true, man. Even goats aren't perfect.
Well,
but those imperfect goats get eaten.
That's right.
I mean, what have you done for me lately?
I've already forgotten all her accomplishments. All I know is 5th place.
And is she pregnant?
Well, I don't know.
I thought I saw some. It must have been fake stuff floating around.
Fake news.
That she was gymnasticking for 2.
I don't even know if would that be against the rules.
Why?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
what extra baby power?
I mean, if
she has the strength of a full-grown woman and a baby.
If you were to fall off the balance beam and your baby died, feels like there's a lawsuit coming or something. Like, oh, this was a faulty balance beam. I don't know. Like MMA fighters can't fight while they're pregnant. They have to pass a pregnancy test before they fight.
Well, there's not a lot of punching to the gut in most gymnastics events.
Dude, you see these girls doing those flippies on the bars?
Well, they also, when they hit the real hard, but she can't do those. But this was on the balance beam. All you got to do is have your balance.
She's doing too many flips to be pregnant.
Oh,
I mean, if she is, then
I think it was fake news.
If she is pregnant, then that's incredible that she's better than everybody else while she's pregnant.
Didn't Serena win a major while pregnant?
I don't know. All I do know is our guy just missed a shot. She's rubbing off on. He might be pregnant. Something's in the water.
Wow, I think silver medal is imminent for.
It's over, Johnny.
Team 1 for USA.
Man, I think he lost motivation because he knew his gal was going to let him down. He's like, dude, can you get through one clean run? And she's like, no,
I can't.
Not until you miss.
And station in this round of 8 stations.
The hardest station, she got all 4. It's because she choked earlier. What a loser. Guess what we're back to, Rob? That's what we're back to now.
That's the silver medal version?
Yeah.
Of the national anthem?
Yeah. Like, do we want to win the most gold medals or not? Or are we just happy with China taking that? I'm not happy with it.
We're just happy to be in Paris.
I'm not.
We're saving our best for last. We think our break dancers and our squash team are really going to pull things out.
You think in the Lake Placid games we would have been okay with Russia winning the most gold medals?
Well, I think they did.
And you think we were okay with it?
No, but we won hockey, and that's really all that mattered.
That's true.
So what's the Chinese? Well, we took them in ping pong. If we took the Chinese down in ping pong, I think that's enough. That's a national disgrace on their end.
That is pretty embarrassing.
And what about is there a specific Chinese martial art that's an Olympic event?
I don't know.
I know like judo, but that's not Chinese.
No. And Taekwondo, I'm pretty sure is Korean.
So maybe if there was one of their specific, like our 3-on-3 where we're getting pantsed, maybe we could pants
like some game they made up and then they kick our ass or we kick their ass at it. That'd be nice. But no, I don't know of one of those that exists. We made up gun shooting. I'm pretty sure guns didn't exist before America.
Oh, we took their gunpowder to do it.
That's right. We won the Revolutionary War with slingshots and sticks, and then guns were created.
I think you got your history back.
By Thomas Edison created the gun, and
there you go.
The rest was history, and now the Italians are beating us at gun shooting. It's just, honestly, it's this is a sad day as an American.
They have better access to weaponry, I think.
The Italians?
Yeah, I mean, we can Winchester, maybe a Mossberg.
Some of those shotguns that have the curly Q hand grips.
Yeah, that's like a cheater grip.
That seems like froofy. I wouldn't use that grip in the Olympics, not while everybody was watching. Oh, the Italian man missed one. If he misses one more, where there's an opening, but that's the first one he's missed all day. But this is the most difficult station. He didn't miss another one. So basically, we need this heavy-set Italian girl to come in and miss all 4 of these. That's our only hope.
It's not going to happen.
With 44 targets, Italy with 41. If she hits all 4, that is gold for Italy.
There's 1, 2, 3.
1, 2. On her, but this Olympian
I've seen her perform before.
Vic, this looks like your Tia.
Look at how calm she is.
Yeah, she does.
Excellent reset when the crowd got her attention.
It's over, Johnny.
Done.
Silver medal for USA.
Oh, well.
I'm livid right now. I'm livid. This is gross, man. The fact that more people aren't upset about this just lets me know you guys aren't real Americans like I am.
They got a Rossini shotgun. It's not fair. They're using better weaponry.
Everyone's saying am I wrong that pole vaulter was French?
He's French.
Because now this guy said, did you see that Italian pole vaulter?
I thought he was French.
I thought so, too.
It's all the same.
It's not the same.
They're pretty close. They share a border.
Well, yeah, but we share borders, and we're not the same. Yeah, he's a French.
Yeah.
But I did see some article that said no.
Anthony Emirati. It's got kind of an Italian name.
Emirati. Apparently, if you watch closer, it's not his dong that knocks off the crossbar.
The
video I saw
that is, man.
Yeah.
So what are they telling me it is? What's in his pocket? A cucumber?
So it says the reason he actually lost is when you watch the video, apparently he hit his shin and his knees on the bar on the way over, so it was already a failed jump.
Oh, and
then he knocked the bar off.
Mr. Johnson reached out to hold on for dear life.
I think that was his. He said, "Okay, I felt my shins hit. I'm just gonna knock this bar down with my dong now.
I'm gonna go full on extension."
Yeah, he'd already hit it.
Yeah, he had, but I think it would have held on.
But it doesn't matter. It's still a failed jump.
No, as long as the pole stays up, it doesn't matter if you've hit it or not.
I don't think so.
No, I'm telling you, I did it. As long as it stays up, you can hit it.
I don't know. Because what I was looking at was like he'd already lost by hitting it.
No, you just got to clear the bar. That's why they make it fall off.
Okay.
So he lost by a dong.
Okay.
I think
so. You think it would have survived?
It looked like it was kind of going up and down. I think that when Mr. Johnson reached out and pulled it down with him just to show off.
And the way it works is for the qualifying, which by the way the finals are today. He's out. He's gone.
He's already
unfortunately.
Won. He's already won.
Yeah, he's a he got the gold medal. It's just not in pole vaulting.
We need him to meet Hawk Tua, and then we will have had perfect.
Hawk Tua would not know what to do with that.
We would have perfect symmetry in our world.
There ain't enough spit in her mouth.
I'm just saying, it seems karmic to me.
I'll tell you that.
We got to put these two together.
She better bring some friends to help spit on that
and the
thing.
keymaster coming together.
But apparently the way it works is they started at 5.4, and he made those two jumps, 5.4 meters.
Yes.
Or metres, depending on how you pronounce it. But then at the next height, which was 5.7, he had 3 shots at it and didn't make it on any of them. 9 other dudes made 5.7.
All with smaller peni.
Yeah. And those are the guys who will be qualified for the final.
Which group would you want to be in?
I think I
could have been in the finals, but I'm too large.
I think that I'll be honest, Rob. I think that's too much for me.
I don't know what it's like to be walking around with a cannon like that. I don't know what kind of pants you have to buy. Evidently, some tighter track shorts.
I think it precludes you from hooking up with some chicks. Like, I think there's some chicks who like the idea of it, but then once they're in the room with it, it's too much for them.
No, I've never really had a problem with it.
Well, guess you're a better man than I.
You set expectations low. You know what I mean?
That's a
good
philosophy in life.
And then surprise them pleasantly.
Good philosophy in life is set expectations as low as possible. But apparently he said that the way he talked was a bummer. Like he didn't. They expected him to want to talk about his penis, and he didn't.
Well, No, he had been working his entire life for that moment, and it was at that moment you had to get busy. You had to come loose.
Well, apparently, this is a regular thing. So in 2016,
this has happened to him before.
Not him.
Oh well,
it happened to a guy from Japan. Insert joke here. Hiroki Ogita. His leg, then his crotch took down the crossbar during qualifications at 2016 in Rio. And he said, I never expected the foreign media to take me down like this. It's one thing if it was true, but I have to say I'm pretty devastated that they'd go so far to make something up to mock and ridicule me so much.
Oh, I see the video. He did, in fact, lose it. Not quite the same impressive thing, but yeah.
Yeah.
It reached out and got him.
And then he finally, apparently after a while, he watched it again and said, watching again, this is actually pretty funny if I say so myself.
He finally sees the funny side of the.
Yeah.
Not nearly as impressive.
No way. And this French guy he's going to make friends.
Yeah. I think there's a variety of contracts waiting for him when he arrives home.
Yep. Good for him. NIL. He's got a good NIL package coming his way whenever he gets back. Hell of a package. He's the new Trojan man. He's Arm and Hammer.
There's a variety of things.
Yeah.
I would have him doing his own line of pole vault poles.
I would
than the likes.
I would, if I were like, think about the possibilities. I don't know what the French equivalent to Subway is. When I'm looking for 12 inches, I always go to the Subway.
That's a big baguette you got there.
That's right. My French roll.
A big old loaf of bread hanging out there.
My French loaf.
Yikes.
Is always ready. All right. Boy, this show's flying by.
Well,
we're just having our fun. AJ, you're an a-hole. Why do you hate women? And yes, coming from an Italian is offensive, but being that you're a D-bag, I don't expect you to change. A-holes will be a-holes. Why do I hate women? I just noted that she is healthy. She's a healthy old gal. I doesn't hate her. Listen, there's fat men competing in the Olympics too. It's not just women.
I love a fat kicker.
Yeah. There's good and bad people on both sides. There's fat and skinny people in both sexes. I'm just saying it's impressive sometimes when a big girl is an Olympic gold medalist. Good for her. Our skinny ass girl couldn't hit a target.
She went to get a sandwich.
But a-holes will be a-holes. I'm an a-hole.
You're never changing either.
Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
Football season is among us. Experience the ultimate game day at 49 Cigars at the Village of Stone Oak, Suite 101. Enjoy our fine selection of premium cigars, and you can bring your own beverages. Catch all the action in style at 49 Cigars, where great cigars and unforgettable sports moments meet.
Selling your home is full of catch-22s. Do you pay for upgrades like new flooring and fresh paint to sell for more, or put that money toward your dream home? Jason Minix here from San Antonio Sports Star. I want to tell you about Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, where you can do both. Get more money for your current home and put more money down on your new one. Here's how it works. Orchard makes you an impressive backup cash offer for your old home. That unlocks cash for you to buy and move into your new home. Next, your Orchard team handles the repairs and upgrades on your old home at no upfront cost. Then your local Orchard agent lists, shows, and sells your home on the market. One customer said, quote, Orchard sold my home for more than I expected, and I got a golf cart. Home selling doesn't have to be a catch-22. With Orchard, get expert guidance and top dollar for your home. Visit Orchard.com and start with your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
Hi, welcome to Staples. Hi, my son's teacher emailed his back-to-school list. He needs crayons and a comp book for every subject.
Okay, no problem. With Staples Hot Deals, you'll find super low prices on hundreds of items for back to school.
Oh, now they're saying he needs folders and glue.
You got it.
And markers?
Of course.
Oh, geez.
Can we get a cart, please?
Save big on back to school with Staples Hot Deals. Right now, 24-pack Crayola crayons and comp books are only 50 cents each at Staples. Ends 8/24, in-store only, limit 10.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Granger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
George gets justice. No amount of money can make up for a life-changing injury. I'm George Salinas, and at George Salinas Injury Lawyers, our team of attorneys will fight to get you the maximum compensation because we prepare and we care. So if you've been injured in an accident, get George. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers today at 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
The granddaddy of all hunting shows is back. The 2024 Hunters Extravaganza. August 16th through the 18th at the Freeman Coliseum Expo Hall. Fun for the whole family. Check out our hunting seminars, the latest in hunting equipment, last season's best bucks in our annual deer contest, and for the little hunters, games, live alligators, snakes, and more. August 16th through the 18th at the Freeman Coliseum Expo Hall. For details and tickets, go to huntersextravaganza.com.
If you're a man and you live in or around the San Antonio area, you need to listen to this message. Do you find yourself stressing about or even avoiding intimate moments? Do you find yourself thinking, is it going to work? Does your partner look at you and ask, is it me? Did I do something wrong? Do you get frustrated when things don't live up to their expectations? Men, you're not alone, and we have a solution. For over a decade, Mojo has delivered 100% guaranteed male performance results. Mojo truly works every single time. Guys, Mojo works when all other things fail, and its proprietary formula has helped thousands of men live their best lives again. Yeah! Mojo is 100% natural, blood pressure safe, diabetic friendly, and fast acting. And Mojo is now available in both spray and capsule formulas, exclusively at Pure Line Nutrition. Call Pure Line Nutrition in San Antonio today at 210-494-2210. That's Pure Line Nutrition, 210-494-2210.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
94.1 FM, San Antonio's Sports Center.
Discussions continue regarding the contract extension for Dak Prescott. He believes he has an obligation to other quarterbacks and his teammates to what kind of deal he does or does not accept. Team USA wins their group and are the top seed in the knockout round after a 104-84 win over Puerto Rico. I'm Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm being bullied by members of the Brigade Bar.
I think you're a bully. I think you're bullying women.
Okay, so it's not Italian? Are you saying I've been saying that wrong?
I just felt like...
How would you say it?
Italian. I think Italian sounds derogatory.
Okay.
I don't know if it, even if you don't mean it to be, but I do recall that it was intentional that we stopped saying Iraq and everybody said Iraq because it made them mad. They didn't like that.
So we say Iraq and Iran.
They don't like that.
We say
Iran, Iraq. We go Iraq.
But what do you call it?
It's Iraq and Iran.
Okay.
I mean,
what do you call it, Vic?
Iran.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't say Iran.
Iran and Iraq.
Iraqis.
Iraqis. Yeah.
Iraqis.
Iraqi.
Okay.
Italian.
And Italian. Italian.
Huh.
Italiano.
Italiano. I mean,
I don't think it's derogatory.
I don't know that many Italians to
Italian.
To
Ireland. Or is that Ireland?
Ireland.
Oh.
If you go to Ireland.
Oh, that's offensive. Hard I. That's offensive. Tired of people being offended. Eastland. It's not Iceland. It's Eastland. Sorry to all the Italian delegation out there. I didn't mean any offense.
The complete Italian pronunciation guide. Lose your accent and pronounce Italian words like a native.
Okay.
I just opened up a page. I'm trying to get you some help. I'm seeing if this will help you out here.
Italy. Maybe I need to get like a Rosetta Stone or something and figure this out.
I don't think that's going to help.
I don't think so either.
I think you're beyond help.
Well, this is the first time I've ever heard someone call it Italy. I've always thought it was Italy. So you guys are hitting me with some new stuff.
Public schools learned you wrong.
Yeah, I went to a different school than you, man. It's not meant to be offensive. Wits and wisdom. It's just I'm lesser educated.
Okay. I is always pronounced like the E and C. That's what it says. So Italian?
Italian.
Always pronounced like the double E in the word C.
Italian.
Italian. Not Italian, not Italian, but Italian.
So we're both
Italy.
wrong. So we could say that in a way, I wasn't really that far off compared to everybody else. They just went the other way.
You're still wrong. You were just wrong in a different way.
Play that sound, Vic. The how to pronounce Italian. That says Italian.
Not according to the Italian alphabet pronunciation.
Italian.
Italian. That's what it says.
I like Italian. I'll go with Italian. Can we get compromise there?
I think as far as the storylearning.com Italian learning page, it's Italian.
I mean, we did settle for Iraq and Iran.
See, we got the Iran right. Iraq, I guess that's right.
Iraq. Iraqi doesn't sound right, though.
Iraq.
Iranian doesn't sound right either. You have to say Iranian. I don't know. There's something weird about that.
One thing about Italian, as apart from other languages, as the pronunciation rules are absolutely constant.
So it's got to be Italian.
It's Italian with a double E. That does not vary.
Oh, mystery solved. Well, the Italians won the gold medal at
Stop speaking Italian. I can't understand
at the Olympics.
Then you went French.
Well, yeah.
Olympique.
No, there's an I in Olympics. So you have to pronounce it E-E. That's how you do it. Olympiques.
A is always pronounced like the word bar or ah, like albero, which is tree.
So it's Italians.
Evidently.
Italian. See, that guy was acting like I was some kind of jerk.
You mean that full-blooded Italian heritage guy?
Yeah.
Texted you early this morning?
Yeah. You're trying to bully me.
For all Italians?
Basically.
Italians?
Basically, I was right.
Well, you weren't totally wrong.
I wasn't totally wrong.
Which is a step forward.
Yeah. And
in Italian, exaggeration is good.
That's why I was exaggerating.
Don't be afraid to exaggerate the accent. You might feel silly, but you actually sound good, and practicing this way might help you learn speech patterns. So we're not making fun of the Italians. We're just stressing the Italians and the ahs and the ih.
Oh, I thought you meant exaggerating like.
I want you to talk with your hands, and you work like this, so you learn the accent.
That I thought you were exaggerating like about that gal, about how healthy she was.
Exaggerating the bass on that tree.
She's all about that bass. No treble.
She pulled that trigger. Nothing moved, man.
No treble.
No variance. There was no treble.
She is all bass.
She was planted into that ground, man.
All bass.
She stepped in there like King Kong.
Yeah. If that girl weighs 250 pounds, it's like 220 is from the waist down. She's just, I don't know. She looked like a little person on top holding that gun, like she was on a turret. But it was effective. Got her a gold medal.
I still hold out that they had better access to shooting, better weapons.
Well,
Italian guns are pretty good.
I'm sure we can use Italian guns if we want.
No, we got to go American. Winchester.
You think so?
Right.
I don't believe that.
Weatherby's American, right?
Go back to that page of our shooters. Is that AJ Smith? They show her. Oh yeah, there she is, Austin Smith. She needs to stop.
And Berettas.
She needs to stop calling herself AJ. She's from Keller, Texas. UT Arlington.
Keller, that's Dallas.
Wow.
UT Arlington. What kind of university would graduate? Oh wait, Edwin.
Yeah, Edwin. Did you know this gal?
Our fighting maverick let us down.
Yeah, she's a loser. She cost us big time. Cost us the gold medal. Thanks a lot, AJ. She's the worst AJ today. I'm the second worst, but she is by far the worst. Well, I think we'll be okay. Team USA is going to pull out of this hole that we're in, and things are gonna work out for us. You know who things are not going to work out for? The Chicago White Sox.
Well, they're going to get a high draft pick.
They are going to do that. The White Sox are now past the point of just being like an embarrassingly bad team. They are the worst team ever
in any sport.
They very well could be. I mean, I don't know that. I guess over 2 seasons has a team ever lost 20-something games in a row in the NFL?
No, I can't imagine.
Has an NBA team ever lost 20 games in a row?
Check it.
But the Chicago White Sox lost 13-7 on Sunday. That was their 20th consecutive loss.
28 games is the longest in NBA history. That was the Detroit Pistons 23-24. They just did it.
Oh, that's new. 28?
I think Chicago's in it to win it, man. 2 more weeks. That's all we need. 2 more weeks from you, man.
No team has lost 20 in a row since 1988 before these White Sox did. They lost, the Orioles in 88 lost 21 times in a row. But they are on track to break the modern record of 120 losses. But the modern record for consecutive defeats, the 1961 Phillies lost 23 games in a row.
You know,
that seems very doable.
And it's crazy that in the NBA, records are longer. Detroit with 28, 76ers did it once with 28. Cleveland lost 26 games. The Sixers lost 26 one time in a row on top of the 28 straight. Vancouver lost 23 in a row.
These stats are pretty ridiculous.
You have to try. You don't lose 20 times in a row with professional athletes on your roster without intentionally at some point going, we're not trying to win this.
It seems that way.
Because there's always the Tuesday in Cleveland. You know what I mean? There's always the down game where you run into somebody eventually that just doesn't want to win either.
They are right now 41 and a half games out of first place. 41 and a half games back. If they won every game for the rest of the season, they would still finish under 500. Their winning percentage is .237. They are, as we speak, 60 games under 500. 6-0 under 500. That is crazy. I don't even know how you can be serious. Like how.
Imagine having 20 straight bad days at work. 20 days in a row when you walked away that you had just got your ass kicked. And you knew it wasn't going to get any better. You were going to wake up tomorrow and walk back in and get your ass kicked again. Over and over and over. And then If you're one of the better guys on the team that gets their ass kicked over and over, you get to go to the media and talk about it. How you're just getting your ass kicked every day. It's a kick in the teeth, a kick in the nuts. It is just one beating after another that has gone on for 20. We're talking about well over a month of just absolute suck.
Pedro Griefol, who's the manager.
What's his name?
Pedro Griefol.
Griefhole?
I mean, I think, but it's Grifol.
He's Pedro Griefhole to me. He's my grief hole.
He's got a very, very grieving hole. His career record as a manager.
Oh, it's done. He will have a losing record for the rest of his life.
88 and 188.
Yeah, no, he ain't coming back from that. It's going to be a negative when you retire.
He is 100 games under 500 since getting that job. I mean,
you always hear about the Peter principle, where you get promoted to the level of your incompetence. I bet he was a hell of a third base coach. I bet as a pitching coach, there was no better out there.
Well, Ozzie Guillen has spoken out about this because,
he's Mr. White Sox.
He left the job in 2011, and he wanted it back. He wanted to be back to managing, but the previous regime didn't want him back. So 2 years ago, they hired this Griefol guy over him, and now Ozzie Guillen's like laughing about him. They're like, I don't think I was that bad a manager, but they picked him over me. Look where they're at now. 100 games under 500, this dope was. He said, I swear to God on this, when Rick Hahn called me and said I don't have the job, he said, we found the next Ozzie Guillen. Ozzie Guillen won a World Series.
So they said they had the next him.
They had the next him, yeah. Like, we're not hiring you because we found the next you.
Oh, this is sweet. I'd be like the Miami Dolphins. I'm going to pop a bottle of champagne every time you lose, just like the Dolphins pop it every time a team finally goes not undefeated.
It's so funny because you think about winners and losers, like Jerry Reinsdorf.
Who?
44 years of ownership. They've made the postseason 7 times.
He's better at basketball stuff.
But you know what? Since Michael Jordan retired in 1998, the Bulls are a sub-500 franchise.
Oh, well, then he's better at drafting Michael Jordan than anybody else. Which is a good skill to have.
If you didn't draft Michael Jordan, you might be the laughing stock of the world.
But he made one good draft pick.
That's all it takes, man. The problem with trying to become the all-time worst team, 23 straight losses, is the White Sox are headed to Oakland this week.
There are other teams out there worse than you.
Oakland's way better than the White Sox. Can I count on them to win 3 games in a row? I don't know. But if they do, that would give them 23 straight losses, and their next game would go for the record. Guess where they play that 24th potential loss in a row? At Wrigley Field. Imagine how it'd
be like.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's at home against the Cubs, not at Wrigley.
In Comiskey, with the Cubs coming to town, and the Cubs could throw the last bit of dirt on them for the worst of all time.
God, that'd be so great.
Like going to watch mud wrestling.
That would be so
terrible
great.
Teams going at it.
I don't know if I was Ozzie Guillen, I don't know if I'd want that job. Like if they fire this Griefol guy and say, "Hey, Ozzie, you want to take over the job?" I'd be like, "Hell no."
Dude,
you can't win with that roster.
Yeah, you could. Of course you want that job. I mean, this is willful. Yeah, again, 23 consecutive losses. You have to try to do that. That's not on purpose. You have literally.
This season, the White Sox are 1-12 against Minnesota and 1-12 against Kansas City. The 2 of their division rivals.
2 juggernauts.
Yeah. The 2 most beatable teams in your division year in and year out. 2-24.
Are they trying to get Shadur Sanders? Does he play baseball?
I think they're hoping to get that. Maybe. They're hoping they can get that draft pick, but we'll see. All right. Let's hit a break. We'll take one more look at some NFL, some Team USA stuff before we at 9:30 we get into our little segment called the Daily Lines. Rob had a losing weekend.
Rough weekend. Strohs.
It's because we weren't here to talk it through.
No.
You were betting without talking it through with us.
I had to go with the futures. We were going for the weekend.
Wow. Well, we'll try and right the ship coming up here at 9:30. It is the morning huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up Monday on the Blitz, we are back from Cowboys camp in Oxnard, California, and the stories we have to tell.
Yeah, the ones that we can tell, including Joe at the Sublime concert. Good Lord. Plus, the latest on the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the players off on Sunday, but, the contract talks continue. The Blitz starts Monday at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
At Lowe's, save big every day. Right now, get a free pneumatic nailer when you buy a pallet of Metabo HPT nails. Plus, save an extra 5% every day on eligible purchases when you use your Lowe's business credit card. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. 5% offer subject to credit approval. Exclusions and terms apply. See store at lowes.com/credit for details.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Hi, everybody. Scott Innes here. For 25 years, I've been voicing lovable cartoon dogs like Scooby-Doo, Astro. Hey, I love puppies and dogs, and now I get to help pets that need a voice to save their lives. That's where the Puppy Food Bank comes in. The Puppy Food Bank helps pet rescue organizations so they can feed puppies. For just $11 a month, you can save a pet's life. Go to puppyfoodbank.org now and donate, and they'll send you a nice gift. Puppy Food Bank is proudly supported by Thomas J. Henry.
The Australian Pink Floyd Show. First Class Traveling Set World Tour 2024. August 22nd, Boeing Center at Techport. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. The Australian Pink Floyd Show.
I don't feel so good.
You do feel hot. Dayquil Kids will take care of that fever.
What about my cough?
Dayquil Kids has that covered.
Will it make my throat feel better?
Yes, that too.
But will it taste good?
Yep, Dayquil Kids comes in your favorite flavor.
Purple?
Well, yes, it's great.
Try new Dayquil Kids Plus Fever, the daytime coughing, aching, sore throat fever just for kids medicine. Safe for kids 6+. Use as directed.
Now is the perfect time to start on your next success. When you apply to University of Maryland Global Campus by August 29th, you'll pay no application fee. An accredited state university, UMGC offers online and hybrid courses. Plus, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. Get your app fee waived through August 29th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply. eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love.
With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Morning Huddle 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star. What a day it's been, Rob. What a day it's been. Rob found a new favorite sport. We don't know what it's called.
Battle kayaking.
They do barrel rolls and
fight each other with their oars.
Yeah.
We need to full on head slaps with those things. Then we'd have a sport.
Do you think they get do you think they ever get water in their nose?
If they're good.
Yeah. That girl, I think she cheated right there. I don't think she didn't go around that thing.
I'll tell you what, the body blows, the blocking out, going around those hanging pillars.
Yeah.
That's where it's won, right there.
Yep.
In the trenches.
That bag hits him in the face.
Oh, she's pretty cute.
Well, she's the French girl. That's her boyfriend is that pole vaulter.
Oh, there you go.
she's actually using his pole to paddle with.
That's actually his member.
There
right?
he is. Look at it. Oh, hey,
put that back in your pants,
yeah,
man. What are you doing?
Put that thing away.
Why are you showing that to the crowd?
Inflatable baguette. This is not inflatable.
This is real.
This is the real thing. Kayak cross, it's called.
Kayak cross. I am in.
That's hot. That's hot. Would you try it? Would you do it?
I've always wanted a kayak. I've never done it. I felt like the problem is I don't think I could sit down like that.
I'd have to have like an extra long kayak or something.
I need to bend my knees. I can't sit like a letter L.
Well, I mean,
I can't stretch my feet out like that.
You could probably do it for like 2 minutes or whatever this takes.
Down version, like a recliner, like a recumbent kayak.
I don't think so. I think you just have to have your legs straight for a little while.
Recliner.
You can't do it all day, but you could last 2 minutes.
I don't know if I could, man. That's my hamstrings get a little tight.
Damn. Rob sat next to me on the plane. Oh, they drop him in from like 6 or 7 feet up.
Awesome.
Rob sat next to me on the plane, and that is the best seat on Southwest, I believe. I don't need a tray table.
I kind of missed it, but it is the best seat on the plane, no doubt.
I mean, it's you got double leg room.
Awesome. You can cross your legs, move them both ways. If you feel like bored, you can.
And it was the best
them up against that wall.
Rob was on the aisle, I was on the window, and we were both able to sit diagonally. And it's like
plenty of room.
You're all the way stretched out, man. This is awesome.
All they need to do is have that little pull-up platter,
like a recline thing.
Well, I mean, reclining's fine, and we could do that. But I needed something to like rest my arms to watch my screen or put my drink down. That's the only thing I missed. They don't even put something on the wall.
You can get a headset and just have it dangle in front of you. Yeah,
a straw,
like a virtual reality mask
that would hold my beer and my TV.
Yes.
Now we're talking. That would be out of the Sky Mall.
Yeah. Yeah, you can find it on Temu. They've got all that stuff there. Don't worry. All right. The Olympics roll on, and today we've got let me see. I had the American list here and now I lost it. I know it's not soccer. We're out of that for sure. The gold medal games for the women's 3-on-3 hopefully goes well for us. With the gold medal match for surfing is later on tonight, and the women's 800-meter final. That's the other one that I wanted to see. I haven't got to watch much track.
It's just getting going. I watched the men's 100. I watched all their prelims. I think 200's around the bend. The ladies have already run. I'm not going to get into who won, but the ladies 100's already.
Is it
done.
a secret?
I'm sure it's not embargoed. I'm sure it was broadcast live on one of the Peacock things. If you don't want to know, shut your ears.
Did this happen yesterday or
it
today?
Happened. I think it's happened within the last hour.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's not listed here. So, I mean, I think you're safe to bring it. Well, maybe not. I don't know. People are weird.
I don't want to ruin it for them.
All right, fine. There's some more lady track though. Like I said, the 800-meter final is today, and
800-meter. Would you rather be a 400-meter or an 800-meter runner?
I mean, I want to run the least amount of time possible.
Well, see, 400, that is the worst race because it's a sprint.
Yeah.
That's awful. 400
it's one
meters?
lap, though.
Yeah, but I'd rather kind of vary my tempo in 800 than
I think I just want to
balls
go.
out as fast as I can.
I'd rather just go.
That is an effort.
Is this the first Olympics where we've had mixed teams? Like, there's so many. Every sport seems to have a mixed team. Like
I feel like the swimming, we've seen it before. I had not ever seen a mixed 4x before 100 in track. I hadn't seen that before.
Wild.
But I'm not surprised.
There's mixed relay triathlon today.
In what sport?
Triathlon.
So, but the women, they do a heptathlon.
Yeah.
And the men do a decathlon.
Yeah.
And then there's the pentathlon.
But triathlon is running, biking, swimming.
So that is a singular event. It's not like we're taking from other events.
No, that's their own thing.
Oh, so it's like a international Ironman.
Yes. But
that makes sense.
But there's mixed.
Well, how can there? Are they on the same team?
I guess so.
How do you team up? Does
one it's a relay. So I think you do half the run.
So you have to pick what your lady does.
No, I think you both people probably have to do all three events, but they do half of each the event.
Oh, I got you. So
like you ride the bike halfway, and then you swim halfway, and then you run halfway.
So maybe it cuts the time.
I think that's the order that they do triathlons in: bike, swim, run. I think
so. I thought they started swimming. Doesn't swim start?
I think it would suck to no, because I remember them getting off their bicycles and changing clothes and jumping in the water.
April and Sarah, if you're listening, let us know. I know that she's done this. So.
Yeah. Well, I've never done it. That's too much exercise. I like to play sports. I don't like to exercise.
And I like to watch other people play sports.
That's
pretend like I'm
that
exercising.
sport is too much like exercise for my life.
Yeah, that's
so what do you mean? How do you start? Well, you run.
Nope, out.
But
then running.
But what, like, is someone chasing you? No, not really. You're just running.
I think I'm going to go do that where you slide the block on the ice and drink a beer at the same time. Is there running involved with that? I'm going to go to the winter side of the Olympics. What would be the easiest Summer Olympic thing to, like, if you decided today, I want to be an Olympian.
And I was going to start getting serious.
And what would be the easiest one for you to get to?
I think it would have to be some kind of shooting.
Shooting?
Yeah.
What about like
because I'm 43 years old. Like physicality would hold me back.
Take away this. We'll take away age. Like you're at your peak.
Oh,
it would be like judo, maybe, or
wrestling, something like that.
Dart.
Yeah. That's
darts one.
No. It's not an Olympic sport.
Men's synchronized swimming.
That's tough.
So I would be the first.
That would be tough. I think synchronized swimming, like having to
stay afloat. Tread water.
It's almost like a water polo. It's one thing to tread water, but then it's another to like do a sport while you're treading water.
That's why I wouldn't do the water polo, because I wouldn't be kicked in the nuts like those guys go at it.
Yeah.
And synchronized swimming, you just kind of tread in water and point your toes.
Maybe badminton.
See, that's the other one. I feel like that given enough time, I could perfect my badminton skills. Like, I know I could never be a great table ping pong player. That's out of my realm. But the very game is designed to slow up.
Cornhole, maybe.
It should be.
I think we're working on that when the Olympics come to America.
Sport. I think we should have it here.
Yeah.
So I've got 4 years.
4 years
to perfect my cornhole.
My son, one of the kids he plays baseball with.
What are you laughing at, Vic? I have 4 years to perfect my cornhole.
I mean, listen.
All right.
What are you in for?
You got a problem with that?
What are you in for?
Is your cornhole perfect yet? I don't think so.
Nope.
What are you in for? But you got these 4 years to.
I'm just to say that it won't be perfect after 4 years.
It never is.
Well, if you've been doing time, depending on how you're doing it.
My son, one of his best friends on his baseball team, is like a semi-pro cornhole player. So he gets like sponsorship money and goes and plays in these cornhole events. It's like it's very serious business.
Saying there's a future.
I'm saying
legit, AJ. If I think either one of us, if we decided, you know what, in 6 months I'm going to be a professional cornhole player, I think I can get good enough to be a professional cornhole.
I think I could too.
I think so too. So
I always think like I'd be a lot better at playing cornhole if it didn't involve drinking beer.
Well, see, therein lies the rub. I've never actually played cornhole sober, so I don't know how good I could actually be.
It seems like it'd be a lot harder to play sober, but you can see why those guys are real good at it.
Well, I'd have my own bags, my own bean
do you?
bags. They good feel to them.
They have a big T on them,
something like that.
Yeah.
I'd come professionally equipped.
Yeah,
I'd have the cornhole attire.
Yeah,
whatever that is.
I think it's kind of like what you're wearing now.
No, I'd have to have something professional, like the swimmers. I'd have something that was
Like
made for cornhole,
a bodysuit,
something. A singlet.
Something so like when you bring your arm up, it doesn't get caught.
Something like that to put off I'd come showing up like a French pole vaulter. I'd have some stuff to intimidate.
Would you shave?
Where?
Everywhere. You'd have to be aerodynamic.
There'd be hair everywhere, man.
You have to be aerodynamic.
No, only on my arm. I only need my.
If you want to make it to the big time.
No, I would be the opposite of aerodynamic.
Okay.
I'd be one big fur ball. It's about psyching out the competition.
Okay. If I could make you a deal and you could become a cornhole champion, the best cornhole player in the world,
I would remain 6'3".
But you had to be 5'6".
I would remain 6'3".
You'd rather pass on that.
I would be and I'd rather be a tall cornhole player than a medium-sized wealthy man.
Okay.
Because I'd win all my money at cornhole.
But I'm saying you could be the best cornhole player in the world, but you had to be 5'6".
But I think I could do it at 6'3".
I don't think you can. I think it's too late for you.
I don't.
To be honest,
I'm too far down the road to start looking up at people.
I think so too.
I can't do it now. Now, if I'd started earlier, I would understand the lay of the land. I'd get it. But now I can't. It'd be like living in a hole.
Yeah.
The rest of your life, or everybody else around you gets to stand on a box.
Vic, how much time do you think you have left in this world?
I don't know. It's taking it day by day, really.
We're all day to day there.
All right.
I don't know. A few years, maybe.
So a few years.
Given what you've done, I think that is probably correct.
Yeah, my kidney's running out of gas.
Okay, let's say I told you if you keep going how you're going, you're going to get 2 years of living.
Okay.
But if you get a sex change, you can live for 15 years.
No.
I think I'll bow out to you.
You're just done it too? That's it?
I don't understand what's going on the other side of the fence. I don't have time to learn.
No.
It's too.
I don't know if I'd ever leave the house. If I had ready access to all that, I don't know if I'd ever leave the house again.
Okay, what if you didn't have to have the sex change surgery? You just woke up and you were changed.
I've had that dream.
Like presto change-o magic. Now I'm a woman, but you get 15 years.
15 years?
15 years.
Am
and your wife will still love you.
And good looking?
You still have the same. Everything about your life is the same. Your wife will still love you as a lesbian now, but you guys will still be a lesbian couple. Your kids will respect you.
No, I wouldn't do it. Would you do it?
Well, I've got 15 years. I think I've got a good 15 years. I think I'm okay. And I don't need to live much longer than 15. Like, so I'm good on my time. I'm not worried about my clock.
Because you don't want to be a woman.
I mean, I love
you. Hate them.
I
think you hate them. I've seen on the brigade bar the accusation.
I was accused of being a woman hater, which I don't know where that came from. That's a cartoonish accusation as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I get access to all the nice bathrooms and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I think the women's rooms are probably way cleaner.
We'd never have to buy a drink again.
Nope. And
I'd be afraid of getting raped.
How about this? Like, you're not a super handsome dude now.
Yeah.
Well,
what if when you were a girl, you were like an 8 out of 10?
8 out of 10.
No. Still
Really?
wouldn't do it. Nope.
See, if I was that hot, I would never leave the house.
A girl is an 8 out of 10 is like, you don't buy meals, you don't buy drinks, you got the life.
Tickets.
Yeah.
You go to shows. Now you got to put out.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, you have to earn it.
But now when you're an 8 out of 10, you wait on some celebrity dude to try to throw it at you, and then you just sue the hell out of him, and now you're set for life.
And then, if things get squirrely, you open an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
You're fine.
And there you go.
Imagine that. You could finance a new kidney on OnlyFans. There's
show off your scar.
Let me tell you what they do on OnlyFans if you're an 8 out of 10. You just say on my Amazon wish list, I want a kidney. And some dude's like, I'll give you a kidney. I'll give you mine. And then he'll mail that kidney to you. You got a new kidney all of a sudden.
You know a lot about this OnlyFans.
Yeah. I'm just trying to give Vic a chance to live.
Yeah.
You can give presents.
So it's a no for you?
It's a no. Yeah,
Still.
I wouldn't. I would just live out the rest of my days and call it a life.
And now how do you think your wife and kids would feel if they knew you had that option and passed?
They would probably agree with me.
They'd rather you just die?
Yeah, I can feel it.
What?
I can feel it in the household already.
I want you to ask your wife
Okay.
if she would rather be lesbian married to you for the next 15 years or straight married to you for 2, and then she had to watch you die.
I'll ask her.
Wow.
I want to.
Okay,
Where
I'll
have
ask
we
her.
gone?
I know.
Bring the results tomorrow.
Okay.
I've got to know how this
The
story
Kardashians
ends.
survived.
Yeah.
The Jenner kids made it through.
They're fine.
Now her
They're perfectly normal.
Her wife divorced her.
Their
wife left her.
They're perfectly normal.
Oh yeah, those Jenner kids.
Yeah.
Come
When
on.
I think
What kind of
normal, everyday American kid,
But that's different.
I think Jenner kids.
They had.
Yeah.
Caitlyn Jenner had a sex change. This wouldn't be that.
It would be. It just would be overnight instead of these slow transitions.
This would be magic.
Let's see. If it's
yeah.
magic.
Yeah, you just wake up and you're
Like, because
Would I look like
there's a
Caitlyn?
stigma. There would be a stigma to people who would say, "Oh, you chose to be a woman," and you would just say, "I didn't choose." Like,
yeah, it just happened.
it just happened.
Oh, so it was an accident.
Yeah,
I
like
just woke up a woman and I'm living longer.
if you could drink a potion that would give you 15 years, but you would be a woman,
And a good looking one at that.
a good-looking,
What
hot
would be my
woman.
measurements?
Oh,
Because I
First of all, you
I'd
wouldn't
wanna
be
carrying something around, you know.
you wouldn't be 6'3" anymore.
Oh,
You wouldn't be 6'3" anymore. You'd probably be about 5'9", which is that's model height
yeah,
for a
model
woman.
height. Would I have
You're
a little something upstairs?
you're more downstairs than upstairs.
A little wider hips, little
Yeah,
base to
you're
it.
built like an Italian skeet shooter.
You know, then I'm out.
But from
You
the,
didn't warn. See, there's always the catch.
she's got an hourglass figure, Rob. That's what you're looking for,
Well,
right?
yeah, it's more like 6 o'clock than 8 o'clock.
not 4 hours.
A little wider at the base than the 8.
All right, let's take our last break. We'll do the daily lines
I
on the
gotta
other
be an
side.
Italian skate shooter.
No, an Italian. Don't be racist, Rob.
I wouldn't dare.
All right, it's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
San Antonio Sports Star. If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
What Bill Taylor is up with all this rain?
I don't know. I'll have to ask him.
I thought you were him.
No, not today.
Okay. He's like a hero today because we're getting all this rain.
He's got that old weather thing going on.
What does that mean?
Well, we used to tease Bill every time weather like this. And of course, he's going to be the featured dude on all the newscasts.
Yeah.
He's a little weather woody.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Granger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Now is the perfect time to start on your next success. When you apply to University of Maryland Global Campus by August 29th, you'll pay no application fee. An accredited state university, UMGC offers online and hybrid courses. Plus, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. Get your app fee waived through August 29th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
When your business needs an electrician, for over 35 years, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio. Powered by relationships with dedicated estimators who analyze the issue, research cost-effective solutions, and clearly communicate the options without charging you a dime. A proven process that allows you to continue focusing on your unique purpose. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or hill-electric.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, Jim Rome here, and back in the military city of San Antonio. Join me weekdays at noon, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Wrapping it up on a Monday.
Let's make some money.
Let's do it, baby. Let's go and take a look at those daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
Rob had a losing weekend.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
We can't let that happen again. Luckily, you had some saved